certain rights. And when I say certain rights, I mean literally they care about their rights and not just, the right to comfort, because we know how they are. But they care about their 2A rights. But they don't care if people actually have due process, right? That's not a thing. They care about their body. They don't want to have to wear a mask. They don't want anyone to control their body, but they're good with controlling women's bodies and saying, oh, you shouldn't be able to get ABs. They say that they want to protect kids because they want to keep quote unquote men out of women's bathrooms, while at the same time voting for a predator who has openly admitted to creeping on young girls and who has put other predators around him. They say they're not emotional. They call us snowflakes, while each and every time we see them on a TikTok live, they crash out, literally crash out. And I don't even know if I would call it crash outs anymore. I think it's just crash ins. It's like their default setting. So we can't forget about that. And then they're good with weak leaderships, right? Really, they're perfectly good with weak leadership, with their weak leader. But for some reason, they held Joe Biden's feet to the fire.
Get cooked real quick. No cap, no shield. Better know your stuff or you get revealed. Step in, don't you wanna? Sparring with Santana. I don't care what you claim or your background. Facts only, if not, get clapped down. Whether you're left or right or you don't even vote. If your logic is weak, I'll sink your boat. You talk slick, but you ain't got source. Just vibes, that ain't power, that's force. I'm the test, the trap, the trip, the call. You slip once, I'm snatching it all. Yeah. Step in if you dare. You dare. Get hard like a punch in the air. In the air. Ain't no rules, no plan, no script. Yeah.
One wrong move, get cooked real quick. No cap, no shield.
Better know your stuff or you get revealed. Step in, don't you wanna? Sparring with Santana. Step in, if you dare. Get hard like a punch in the air. Ain't no rules, no plan, no script. One wrong move,
get cooked real quick. No cap, no shield.
Better know your stuff or you get revealed. Step in, don't you wanna? Sparring with Santana.
Hey.
This ain't a safe place. This is flame space. Step in, don't you wanna?
Listen, MAGA. This is not a safe place. This is absolutely a flame space. What does that mean? That means, listen, we're here for some debate. So if you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. If you're someone that supports Donald Jimothy Trump, get in the box. Please do not request up if you are not a Trump supporter. We are not talking to friendlies. We are only looking for some debates. Only looking for some debates. Guys, let's get it. Drew, are you a Trump supporter?
Yes.
Awesome. Drew, let's get into it, because I realized something about like Trump supporters and MAGA and all this other stuff, and I feel like you may be the perfect person to actually guide me through this awakening, Drew. I think it's you. I think you can help me. But Drew, real quick, do you know who I am?
Your name is Santana?
Yeah. But, well, okay. Have you ever, like, seen this before? Like, do you know exactly what this is?
Your TikTok live account?
Kind of. How about this, Drew? Can I give you a proper introduction to not only who I am, but what this is?
Sure, go ahead.
Awesome. 1 second here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this?
Guys, welcome in. This is Sparring with Santana, one-on-one debate with Trump supporters. If you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. Listen, MAGA Trump supporters, you guys get center stage. You actually get to get in the box. I'm not looking to speak with any friendlies. So if you're a Trump supporter and you're in the chat, guess what? You're going to get muted. You're going to get muted because no one cares what you have to say if you're afraid to get in the box and say it with your whole chest. If you're friendly, do all the wonderful things. Keep tapping the screen. I'm going to keep resetting this daily gift goal to these little 1-cent goals. If we can knock those out a couple of times, it will help push us out to the FYP and get more people in. Don't forget to send your daily heart meets. It's only 1 coin and it'll help boost the live as well. And also, guys, if you want to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks For You. Santana Speaks For You is the best way to support the live. Everything is accepted. Anything's appreciated. We have Drew up here. Drew, question. Why are all of MAGA such hypocrites? Thank you for the cake.
I just think that's a human quality. I wouldn't make it party specific. I would say everybody's a hypocrite to a degree.
Howdy, partner. Okay. You know what?
To a degree.
Howdy, partner. Okay. You know what? That when it started talking about like the big things and the things that MAGA Trump supporters tend to be loud and proud about, I'm really confused about it, right? And I'm confused about like why everyone doesn't get rights, right? I mean, it seems like MAGA's super strong on their rights, but not the rights of others. They're strong on, you know, who has access to control their bodies versus them. And then, you know, protecting kids, we know what that's about, right? They scream, we don't want men in women's bathrooms, but at the same time, protecting those PDF files. And then they're also so emotional. I don't think this is you right now, Drew, because you know what? It doesn't seem like you're necessarily the crash out type, but like they really crash out a lot. It's weird. You call them a name and they just crash out. And then last but not least, Drew, like weak leadership, like the energy that they have for Joe Biden and his age, like they just completely overlooked that for Donald Trump and his age. And so while I do think that there's hypocrisy in being a person, why is MAGA so easily or so willing to pivot when it comes to supporting Trump? Can you help me understand that one?
Yeah, I think it's more so because a lot of people like to compare apples to apples. So, you know, if you're going to attack one person, let's compare who did it first.
What do you mean?
Like, for example, like when somebody says like, you know, Trump is overreaching and ignoring the Constitution. I mean, there are people who agree that Biden did the same thing. I mean, they, like I said, they just go apples for apples when it comes to, you know, as you say, pivoting to other points.
And you know what? I wouldn't have a problem with that if it was an instance where we're saying like, oh, you know, it's okay that Trump is doing this because Biden did that. But like, think about the inverse, right? And even if you want to talk about overreaching, right? Who is the last president to violate the Constitution in multiple instances?
Yeah, I think that depends on which presidency you're talking about. I think every president has overreached.
Let's just think about the last ruling of the Supreme Court. Or you know what? I'll make it simple. I'll make it simple.
Or because you gotta. Yeah,
well,
you gotta
I mean, I was just about to say the appeals court there as well. But like literally, when you talk about like 2A, right? Donald Trump, the Supreme Court had to smack down Donald Trump in his 2A approach as far as the bump stock ban, which I know that's a huge thing for MAGA. But like, yes, we can talk about the appeals court and how they said that literally his tariffs are unconstitutional. But I would really more so like to talk about how Joe Biden was stopped by the Supreme Court as far as like student loan forgiveness, right? And people lost their minds about that. But Donald Trump has openly signed an executive order that directly goes against the Constitution, your First Amendment right, saying that, hey, if you burn flags, you're going to jail. Literally trying to infringe on your First Amendment right. And then people immediately lean in and say, well, you should go to jail. I'm confused by that one.
Well, the Supreme Court didn't rule against that one yet.
No, they haven't. But I'm confused by the hypocrisy as far as people saying, yes, Joe Biden trying to forgive student loans is bad, but Donald Trump trying to actually limit your freedom of speech is good.
Well, from the executive order, I think the main point was that if you are burning the flag, which is still a protected right, that if you are doing that, inciting a riot to continue or to start, then I think that should be punishable by law. I mean, I think that's the main point. I mean, even Democrats agreed back in the day that, you know, burning the flag is a what they say, a degradation against the United States, and it should be punished by law. So I just don't see what the problem is. I mean, it's still a protected right. You can still burn the flag if you choose, but at the same time, it's how you're choosing to do that act. And if you're not inciting a riot, then it's okay. But if you are inciting a riot and doing that act, then it's not okay. And I agree with that second part.
Yeah, well, so it's more so I do agree with you, because a lot of people haven't read the EO and they don't understand the actual premise behind the EO, because you're exactly right. I mean, the exact EO that he signed was not saying that if you burn the flag that you are going to be placed in jail, because he can't do that, right? It is a violation of the First Amendment right. So they're looking for ways to actually get around it and violate your First Amendment right. And you're absolutely right. They're saying basically if you can find connected crimes while burning the flag. And
I wouldn't say crimes, I would say actions or like motives behind it.
Well,
you know?
Yeah, I mean, but the point is they're looking for something. They're looking to arrest you on something else, not burning the flag, but saying like, hey, you're doing said thing while burning the flag, so you're going to jail for burning the flag, and they're trying to put people in jail for a year. The whole point and the premise of all this is that Donald Trump is literally trying to find a way to quell First Amendment rights. And again, I'm just confused as far as like, why is it that we're good when Donald Trump takes those type of actions, those extreme actions, whether we talk about him literally attacking First Amendment rights, Second Amendment rights, Fourth, Fifth, and Sixth, or even the 13th and 14th, like all of these things. It's weird that MAGA doesn't stand up and say like, hey, none of this should happen because we are the party of free speech. We are the party of no one should actually infringe on the Constitution. I don't understand that.
Well, I think now since the times have changed, I think that we got to go back or go to more common sense. And like I said, with that first statement, I mean, it just makes logical sense that if you are burning the flag and you're inciting a riot at the same time, like you should be punished by the law. I mean, I don't see no harm in that. And if you're causing destruction, you're causing violence in that same act, I mean, yeah, you could disagree.
I disagree with the first part. I don't disagree with the second part. I think we're on the same page. Like, if let's be clear, right? And so, but this is where I have a problem as far as like, where's the line? I do agree that if you're actually trying to incite violence, right? If you're trying to encourage violence, you know, if you're trying to cause an insurrection, that you should be punished by the law. But as far as just burning the flag, I'm sorry, I don't care. I don't. Like, that's just me. But I think we can agree that if you're trying to incite violence and it can actually be proven that you're trying to incite violence, then I get it.
Okay, so there it is. I mean,
but that's not the premise. I mean, we understand that Donald Trump literally is trying to install conformity. He's trying to install nationalism. He's trying to actually execute the 14 tenets of fascism, right? Which is extreme nationalism. And you can't actually get people to fall in line with extreme nationalism if they are literally out burning the flag. That's why they're trying to subvert the Constitution, which Donald Trump tries to do a lot, and get around it while still actually violating the First Amendment right. I don't understand why you guys are good with the games.
Listen, if that's what you want to call it, that's what you want to call it. I look at it differently. And
Keep
my
it real with me.
viewpoint,
Tell me that's not what he's doing, though.
you can say that, but he's not, if he's still following the law and the Constitution. I mean, like you
Listen,
said, the only way that he would, if he were truly going against the Constitution, is that the Supreme Court would stop him.
I agree. I agree. I will say this. One thing that I have a problem with, well, one of the many things that I have a problem with Donald Trump, but one of the biggest things that I have a problem with is that, like, literally all the illegal fucked up shit that he is trying to do, he could actually get it done within the limits of the law, and he normally doesn't do that. But this one, as of right now, he's doing that. But we have to see how it's practiced and principle. Again, my whole premise is I don't understand why or how you guys can be good with this, right? Whether we talk about, and again, we know that Donald Trump has actually had an active assault campaign towards the Constitution, right? I mean, like him trying to end birthright citizenship, him trying to, him literally actually deporting Alberto Garcia before giving him due process, like him passing the bump stock ban, like all of these things. Even you can talk about like him deporting students who are protesting what the genocide that's occurring in Gaza, right? Like all of these things is just him creeping towards that long walk to authoritarianism. And I guess that's like in the big picture, that's my big problem, right? At the end of the day, everything that he's like slow walking us to is accepting being an authoritarian, which again, I don't understand how the people that support Donald Trump are good with a authoritarian.
Was there a question in there, or just
how are you good with this overall? How are you good with someone who wants to be an authoritarian and they're marching us towards that?
Oh, that's a great question. I would respond to that with being, I mean, you could say it that way. I don't necessarily agree. I just think it's more so moving us along in a common sense way with our country, instead of trying to appease everybody at once. You know, he's just trying to appease the masses or the majority as much as possible. I think
But that's not the majority.
Well, I mean, he did win the majority of votes, so I mean, it's like the
He
majority.
He got the most amount of votes,
So
but that's again, that's not the majority of people.
But the majority of people who voted for him do agree to what he is doing, and they think that
and see, that's the problem. How do you agree with these things? Like how? I'm really trying to understand. And your premise is the reason why you're willing to accept this is because you think it's quote unquote common sense. It's a common sense direction that we're heading towards.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's just logically, it's common sense. I mean, we may not agree. We can always disagree on what the issue, but at the same time, like if the Supreme Court is not overruling him on these issues, then
they are
public opinion. And they are, I agree. And some of them are, but in public opinion, the shit doesn't really matter. It comes down to the Supreme Court.
Yeah, it does. Well, so the reason why it does matter is because one of the actual main factors of becoming an authoritarian is public perception, right? You can't institute authoritarian rule without getting complacency from the people, right? That's why Hitler back in the 1930s went on this whole like nationalism campaign and created the Autobahn and actually standardize how people looked and try to make quote unquote Germany great again, like all of these things so he could gain popularity. And I mean, he actually pulled Germany out of a state of poverty, which boosted his popularity, which allowed him to actually institute his authoritarian rule. Now, Donald Trump popularity is in the tank, and that's what's really holding him back as well. But literally, you have to get the buy-in from the people, because if the people refuse because you're not popular, then you can't actually institute the authoritarian rule. So public opinion matters.
I agree to a certain limit. Public opinion does matter, but when it comes to public opinion on the matter of executive orders or legislation, the only opinion that really matters is the Supreme Court's.
Okay, I guess. Give me 1 second. Let me read one off, and then I got one other question for you. W's in the chat for Sean. Sean sent a $20 YouTube super chat to say, I appreciate the education from those younger than me. How can I follow Erica and Athena as well? I'm never too old to learn. If you stop learning, then you start unaliving. Thank you for the community and like-minded humans. Thanks, S. Listen, Sean, I know Erica has a YouTube as well, Everything with Erica. I don't think Athena has a YouTube set up, but I will double check. I don't think she does. And Sean, I know you're usually over on YouTube. I don't know if you have a TikTok, but if you have a TikTok, you can check them both out over on the old TikTok as well. Guys, if W's in the chat for Sean, if you would like to actually support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. Best way to support the live. Everything is accepted. Anything's appreciated. If you're over on YouTube, what up, YouTube? What up, Twitch? If you're over on YouTube and you want to support the live, you can do so through a YouTube super chat, and I will read that out. Keep tapping the screen, guys. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 75,000 likes. I'm going to keep resetting the gift goal to these little small gift goals, and if we can knock those out a couple of times, it'll push us out to the FYP. This is Sparring with Santana. We are only looking for some debate, so please only request up if you are a Trump supporter. We are not talking to friendlies. This is not late nights. This is Sparring. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter, and we'll get into it. Last but not least, guys, if you look up at the top and you see the word follow, go ahead and hit that follow button. This is the main account now. This is the main account. Hit that follow button. Turn on your notifications. Send your daily heart me. Listen, if you don't turn on the notifications, you'll never know when I go live. And I go live like all the time, random times, doing different stuff. Drew, I guess just to kind of put a bow on this, because I really need you to help me understand this. What is your line? Like, where is it? Because it feels like with a lot of Trump supporters, they will twist, turn, and actually move in every direction to find ways to justify Trump. Now, while I will say that you have been one of the most polite and like normal people that I've spoken with when speaking to Trump supporters, it still seems like you're willing to find a way to justify Donald Trump. So I guess, Drew, what's your line? Welcome in, Johnny Raid. Welcome in, Johnny Raid. Drew, did you hear me?
Yeah, no, I heard you. I just was letting you finish.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, you're good. I didn't want to talk while you were talking because you're doing a shout out. But no, I would just say, I mean, I guess my line, I don't know, honestly. Like,
that's scary.
I mean, I would know it's like, I mean, though I support the president, I support anybody who's in office. I mean, it's not like I would just say, oh, I mean, I can choose not to support them in what they do, but I'm still going to like pay attention and support that, you know, at least they're trying to do a good thing, or they're making attempts to, or, you know, they're at least trying to make whoever is in office, because I was the same way with Biden. I mean, I didn't like Biden, but I still supported that he would, you know, make the country better. It's not like I want any of our presidents to fail. Whoever. I
don't either, but do you think Trump is actually making the country better?
Besides the rhetoric that's being pushed, yeah, I believe he is. I think the steps that he's taking are definitely putting us back on the right track. I mean, the continuation of, you know, the continuation of what was coming from the Biden administration, some of it has dwindled. I think that's a positive thing. I'm
a little bit confused because it sounds like you're kind of speaking in code. I need to understand, one, what's the rhetoric? And then two, you said the continuation. What are you referring to?
Yeah, like so the rhetoric, I mean, like where Trump is doing all these bad things and he's, you know, overreaching on the law and things of that nature. I would say the rhetoric, so for example, the rhetoric where in DC that he is overstepping and deploying the National Guard, you know, I think the rhetoric behind it is just kind of bullshit, because I live near the area and I know the crime rates were coming down, yes, but since Trump did what he did, crime has completely plummeted. I mean, we can all not say that it hasn't. I mean, even the DC mayor agreed that, you know, carjackings, different types of unaliving events, all those things were basically attributed to what Trump did within 20 days versus the numbers that they were putting out 2 years prior. I mean, I'm not saying that, and to finish there and then go back to,
hold
I
on,
guess, your other question.
You don't think that what he's doing in DC is performative?
No, not at all. I mean, yeah, they're only going to be there for 30 days, but I think right now what he's doing is just trying to set the standard for how our cities should be run. I mean, basically, I would want to see this country where crime is down so significant that nobody wants to move out of the country and go to somewhere else where crime is down significantly. Like, we should want that for America. We should want that within our cities. Like, we should want that for our country, but it just seems like if Trump is doing it or if a Republican does it, it's a bad thing. And I'm just like, that's what I mean by the rhetoric. It's just bullshit, because what he's doing is not a bad thing. He's trying to establish law and order, and you can't do that when there are people, one, fighting against you, and two, people who are also saying that it's a negative thing and that it's going to hurt and target communities. Like, that's just bullshit.
Okay, hold on. So you don't understand why people are saying that, though? Like, for
No,
him to
that's what I'm saying. I understand, but I believe it's bullshit. I just believe it's rhetoric. It's not something that's actually like, what they're talking about is not sustainable. If they were to continue on the trend that they were going, it would not be sustainable. It would not be a way to where people would still want to come to this area and live, or even
hold
just
on. Okay, take a step back, though, because, and the reason why I say it's performative is, one, you're right, it's not permanent. I mean, like, there's no actual real solution. This is literally flexing might in a quick instance where there's no follow through, right? But even more than that, like, Donald Trump literally has them patrolling the safest parts of DC, going in the surfing team pattern, like the same exact area, right? And so much so that they don't have anything to do. Like, he has our troops cleaning up trash, which is super performative. But I bring all this back to say, like, without him actually doing anything that would be beneficial long term, then it's a problem. And it's even more so a problem because, yes, I understand DC is different than any other city or state. But at the same time, DC does have a mayor, right? Like, DC, like, he could literally work with the mayor of DC, but he's deciding that he wants to Bigfoot his way into doing what he wants. And that's another problem that people have with Trump. Not that, like, he's trying to do anything positive for the country, but he thinks that his way is the right way, and he has to actually barrel his way into doing what he wants, while, again, being performative, targeting areas like DC, while leaving, areas like Memphis, or areas like is it Birmingham, Alabama? I have to look it up. There's, like, but the point being, there's cities in red states, and specifically red states as a whole, that have way higher crime rates than DC, and he's not even looking to address any of those.
Well, he did mention that he would, try to go to Chicago. He did say that.
Again, that's an actual Democrat-ran city. Again, he's not targeting any of those quote unquote red areas. That's what I'm saying. The red areas have higher crime rates.
Oh, okay, the red states, but yes, I get it. The red states are the issue. However, can we just not ignore that those red states have high crime areas because of the blue cities within them?
That's not true.
Just can't ignore. We can't ignore who's the mayor.
You can take a look at, like, the actual homicide rates for like cities versus rural areas, and per capita, rural areas have higher homicides because there's less restrictions on pew rights. Right? Like, literally, these rural areas are the problems. And you could talk about the city, but you talk about the actual density of cities, the actual amount of people in cities versus these rural areas. But then if you look at it on a per capita basis, doesn't even match.
Okay, but let's not get off topic. I'll give you the argument, but at the same time, if Trump is not focusing on these areas, it's because he believes there are higher priorities when it comes to that list. They're still on the list of cities to target, but at the same time, he's going to target where he believes, and this is what he believes, that the cities where the crime is the worst. And a lot of people from Chicago have been asking for him to come to Chicago and do what he did in DC.
But yet the mayor and the governor are saying no thank you, and that shouldn't matter. Like literally,
Well,
I hear
it should
people
matter,
screaming
but
all the
if
time like states' rights, but then they want Trump to actually force his way into this area where the city, I mean, the mayor and the governor are saying, no, we don't want or need you. Or you can even talk about California, right? The way that he forced his way into LA after the governor said, no, we don't need you. Like, I mean, shouldn't he be looking to work with those people instead of trying to force his way into things?
he should be, but if they're pushing back and saying, no, we don't want your help, and the problem continues to persist and only come down a small percentage, I think, yeah, maybe if the citizens are asking for it, he should overreach, because
So fuck
there are
state
people in
rights. Thanks for the cake.
Chicago. There are people in Chicago who voted for him as well. Let's not
But
forget
Drew,
that.
just to make sure I'm hearing this right, fuck state rights, right?
It's not about fucking states' rights.
That, I
It's
mean, but
about,
that's what you're
okay,
saying.
no, I'm not. You're not.
Okay.
Listen, I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying fuck states' rights. All I'm saying is, if you're getting pushback and the problem is growing and it's not being solved at a rate that it should be, then yeah, okay, yeah. What you're
So
saying, sure, fuck
again,
states'
fuck
rights.
states'
But
rights,
like I
right?
said,
So wait, that
but
same
how
premise,
can you? How
you could
can
talk
you?
about AB,
But
right?
hold on. I
Hold
want
on,
to
no,
ask.
no,
But
no. I
how
just
can
need
you?
I need
How
to
can
make
you
sure
go in
that you
and fix the
consistently understand
problem?
this. This is the
No,
problem.
I
This is the
understand,
problem.
but I want to.
This is the
Okay.
consistency, right? So you can't say that and then say, oh, and I'm not saying you because I haven't even gotten your stance on this, but again, MAGA supports quote unquote sending it back to the states when it comes to AB, but yet since the de facto nationwide AB ban has been put in place since Roe has been overturned, there's been an increase of unalivings and ABs, right? I mean, like people are literally trying to actually do this at a higher clip now that they've actually forced it, quote unquote, back to the states. And then you have other states that either like Texas don't even give their citizens the rights to vote on AB. You have states like Florida who put in the actual option for ABs and then change it, switch up the game literally when they get the vote and rig it so it's harder to get it passed. Or you have states like Missouri who literally puts it on the ballot, lets their people vote for it, people vote to uphold it, and then they just say, nah, fuck that, we're not going to do it. Like that's dangerous when it comes to states. But again, you can't have it both ways. It's either yes, we're going to protect state rights, or no, we're going to actually let the federal government do it. So like that's hypocrisy.
So my point being, okay, if you want to say it's yes, fuck states' rights, then okay. But if the state majority agrees that the federal government should step in, and the governor and the mayor of that state are denying the request based solely off the fact that they don't like or want the president to help solve their problems, I think that's an issue on its own.
But
Like,
where are you
why are the
getting the
mayor?
premise that they agree?
Because I know they don't agree. I'm getting to the
No,
premise
I mean, you
of
said if the citizens of the state mostly agree. I'm saying, where are you getting the premise
yes,
that they agree?
because anybody in Chicago will tell you in just this situation in Chicago, we know crime in Chicago is like crazy high. Like the numbers,
it's on a downtrend.
Exactly. It's on a downtrend. Great. However, if somebody can step in and get those numbers lower to where it's comparable to other country where crime rates are the exact same numbers, why shouldn't that help be accepted? Why shouldn't that help
Because
be
Donald Trump is not trying. Again, if the governor and the city, like the governor and the mayor, have things under control, which they do, right? Like literally they do, and
they
the
don't.
citizens, they
The
literally do.
citizens
That's
don't
why
feel safe.
literally the actual, if the citizens didn't feel safe, they would have overwhelmingly voted for Donald Trump. And guess what they did not do in Chicago or Illinois as a whole? They didn't overwhelmingly vote for Donald Trump. Did he get votes? Absolutely.
Not majority, yes, but a minority, and a big minority of people did vote for Donald Trump. If you look at the map,
so are we, because
numbers,
earlier you made the
Illinois.
actual debate about acquiescing to the majority. Now you're saying we should acquiesce to the minority. Which one is it? Or do we need to listen to the majority, or do we need to listen to the minority? Because now you've said both.
No, we don't listen. We listen to both sides. We should hear both sides out, honestly.
Who
but if
gets
the
their way, the majority or the minority?
rules.
I need you to clarify that one for me.
I just stated that if we should listen to both sides,
but who gets their way?
just like in a democracy, we listen to both sides. But if a majority rules, then the majority rules, and that's what it is. But it just seems right now the majority is only the Democratic mayor's decision,
it goes against
and the
what you're
Democratic
saying.
governor's decision.
It literally goes against what you're saying. If you're saying, okay, it's going to be the majority, cool, then the majority of people in Chicago and the majority of people in Illinois did not vote for Donald Trump. So they backed their governor and their mayor at a higher clip than they backed Donald Trump. So we should say Donald Trump has no ability and should not be going into those cities and those states, right?
Right. And if he can't, then he shouldn't do it. Okay. But if he can and he finds a way, by all means, I'm not going to say that
but again,
the bad
there's the hypocrisy that I'm talking about. Like, if you
helped.
literally sit here and say that we should listen to the majority of the people don't want him there because they didn't vote for him. But if he can find a way to do it, then he should still do it. You're literally talking out about the both sides of your mouth. And again, that's hypocrisy. You pick a side. Pick a side.
Dude,
that's all I'm saying, Drew.
Pick a side. I can pick a side. I'm still going to side with the majority. But at the same time, I'm not going to be mad at him because we know there are still a minority of people who voted for him. And there are a minority of people who agree with his actions and want him to do the right thing and protect all the Chicago area civilians. If he can do that, why is it so rebellious that you don't want to accept help from people that want to give you help? Like, why is that accepted?
It's not about accepting help for people that want to quote unquote give help. Donald Trump is trying to actually institute an authoritarian rule. It's not because Donald Trump is trying to do this because he's looking to quell things and actually help out the country as a whole. Donald Trump is literally trying to actually install an authoritarian rule. Did you know that Donald Trump just actually had a revision just set up as far as being able to weaponize the National Guard to a like a reactive force? Right? They just changed the wording so Donald Trump can, or they're trying to change the wording so Donald Trump can now deploy the National Guard into any actual city or state around the country as a reaction force to quell civil disobedience. Basically saying if the people are, protesting, the people are pushing back, the people are saying that we don't want this, then he can send the National Guard into any area to shut those down. You don't have a problem with that?
If it's violence,
not violence, it's not violence. It's literally protest.
I'm giving you my statement on this, okay? Because that's what you're asking for. Sure. Okay. So my statement is, if there are violence and there are crimes in these areas and protests that turn violent as well, okay, my opinion is yes, he should have that authority. If they are working on rewriting the language, as you say, and they're trying to make it to where, because even red states, the governors are basically probably going to approve it anyway. It's only the blue states that are going to give it pushback.
It's because they've been in need of Trump because they're in a cult.
But at the same time,
hypocrites. They're willing to be hypocrites. Even on the state level, they're willing to be hypocrites because you see them. You see Donald Trump calling for Texas to gerrymander, but then when California does the same, then the actual Republicans in California loses their shit and say, no, you can't do that, even though they're good with Donald Trump doing. They weren't calling for Texas to stop doing it, but when it happened to them, they lost their shit. And again, this is the hypocrisy in MAGA. This is the hypocrisy. Give me a second. I'm sorry, I'm getting behind. Let me read a couple of things off if you don't mind. Is that okay?
Yeah, this your show. Go ahead.
All right, give me a moment. W's in the chat for Brenda. What up, Brenda? Who sent a $5 YouTube super chat to say why bootlick for someone who exudes micro-peen energy. The red versus blue team game mentally runs deep in those who lack critical thinking skills. Yeah. W's in the chat for Cabin Man, who sent a $4.99 YouTube super chat to say, I live in DC. The only thing that has gone down is sales for small businesses. That's a big fact. Small businesses, bars, hotels, all of those things are taking a massive hit in DC because of what Trump is doing. W's in the chat for Sean, who sent a $10 YouTube super chat to say, it never ceases to astonish me how so many of them don't see the parallels between the Weimar Republic and now. Two good men and a woman fought that in, I'm assuming that you meant thought in the 40s, or fought in the 40s for it to be passed on by MAGA. W's in the chat for Just Alpha. What up, friend? Caller, I'm about to become a guard member. What Trump is doing is attempting to normalize military occupation. Police and the military are not the same. Absolutely not. W's in the chat for Jazz. Jazz sent a $5 YouTube super chat to say, love Santana, resist fascism and hate. Listen, I'm Antifa. You know it. You absolutely know that I'm Antifa. Also, W's in the chat for MAGA Cries, who sent a $5 donation to say, remind the guests that the country that he is speaking of that have lower crime rates have the strictest pew laws on the planet. I agree, and which we need to visit that. W's in the chat for Rachel, who sent a $10 donation saying the top cities for crime in 2024: Detroit, Memphis, Birmingham, Kansas City, St. Louis, Baltimore, New Orleans, Albuquerque, Cleveland, Stockton. No Chicago, no DC. We know. We absolutely know. Also, W's in the chat for D-Spec. What up, homie? Who sent a $2 donation to say, just get GPT check. And red areas have higher crime. Oh, I'm assuming you're saying get chat GPT to check. And red areas have higher crime rates for sure. And last but not least, W's in the chat for Silent Meme, who sent a $19.99 YouTube super chat to say, happy Saturday, love you from New York. Listen, I love you as well. And if you're in New York, get a slice for me. Pick up a slice for me today. Guys, if anyone would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks for You is the best way to support the live. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. If you're over on YouTube, you can send that YouTube super chat and I will read that out. If you're over on YouTube, make sure you like the stream and hit that sub button. We're over 7,000 followers on the tube now. Let's keep it going. If you are a Trump supporter, go ahead and request up. Again, I see there's people in the box. Please do not request up. If you are not a Trump supporter, we are not looking to talk to friendlies. This is Sparring with Santana. We are only looking to talk to Trump supporters. Barbie, are you a Trump supporter? Barbie, are you a Trump? Barbie, I can hear you rustling around in the background. Barbie, are you a Trump supporter? Barbie going once. Barbie going twice. All right. Again, only request up if you are a Trump supporter. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. We are only talking to Trump supporters. I love the friendlies, guys. If you're a friendly, tap the screen, share the live. Also, hit that follow button. If you look up at the top and you see the word follow, that means you're not following me. Go ahead and hit that follow button. Is it Jabaro? Is that how you say your name?
It's Jay Bohr.
Jay Bohr?
Yeah, you can call me Jeff.
Okay, Jeff, give me 1 second here. Hey, Drew, I'm gonna go ahead and let you down, but I appreciate you coming up here and having this civil conversation with me. I think that you and I disagree, but at least you didn't crash out.
Never do.
All right, I appreciate you. Have a good one. Jeff, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
Good. Jeff, so you are MAGA, you're a Trump supporter. Jeff,
Yeah,
I need you to help me figure something
I
out.
voted for Donald Trump. Yep.
Okay, cool. Jeff, why is MAGA such hypocrites?
Why are they hypocrites?
Yep.
I mean, I don't consider myself a hypocrite.
Okay.
I can't speak for everybody else, right? I mean,
let's run through it then. You tell me if I sound off basis with this.
Like, that's a very, I mean, that statement, like, anybody can be support of any side and still be a hypocrite, you know?
I get it. But look, tell me if I sound off basis with this, right? So MAGA, they're good with not all rights, right? They want to protect their rights while infringing on the rights of others. So whether you talk about them protecting two-way, undocumented immigrants don't have access to due process, that's hypocrisy. Them talking about whose body matters, right? Them saying that we shouldn't have to wear a mask, but women can't get ABs. That's hypocrisy, right? Them saying that they want to protect kids by saying no men's and women's spaces, but at the same time, they're literally protecting PDF files and they're not demanding that the Epstein list be released. And then they call people, they say, you know, that the left is so emotional. They call us snowflakes, but literally I have so many Trump supporters crash out all the time on my, like, they can't have a conversation. They can't just like function. Right. And so they call us emotional while being the most emotional people on the planet. And last but not least, listen, weak leadership. They had so much smoke for quote unquote Sleepy Joe, but Don the Con is walking around with bruises on his hand, droopy face, like not looking good, swollen cankles, all of this stuff. And there's no call for the 25th by MAGA. I'm not understanding any of that. That's hypocrisy. Now, Jeff, if you're willing to admit that, like, I'm just better than MAGA, like me personally, I'm better than MAGA, then cool, we can go on. But if not, I need answers for these.
Well, what was the first point you said? You rattled off a bunch in a row. So let's start with the first one you said.
Sure. MAGA wants to protect their 2A rights while also infringing on the rights of undocumented immigrants, saying that they don't have access to due process.
Sure. I mean, I kind of just, so my neighbor across the street, he's Indian, he's from India. And he just told me that he was pretty upset about the fact that him and his family, you know, waited many, many, many years to come to this country legally. And he was kind of blown away that he had to go through that process, which was pretty difficult. And then really anybody that can come through. So I just looked at it from an immigrant standpoint and had to hear what he had to say. And I was like, okay, like I understand that some people are pretty upset who came here legally. And then, you know, so I guess I see that side of it too, because
But what does that have to do with due process, Jeff?
Well, I mean, so you're basically saying like, if you're caught illegally here, like you should
undocumented
have a court
immigrants
hearing,
get protections.
Right? Is that what you're saying?
Undocumented immigrants get protections under the Constitution to due process, and Trump supporters are yelling, "No, get them out of the country. They don't deserve due process. They shouldn't have to have court hearings." Like, I'll give the specific example of Alberto Garcia, where literally they were good with him being shipped to a country which is like, they literally, he wasn't supposed to be shipped to that country, and they weren't even jumping up and down demanding that they come back. I mean, he comes back even when the Supreme Court ruled 9-0. Like, every single Supreme Court justice, including the 3 Supreme Court justices that Donald Trump appointed himself, including Clarence Thomas, who is the biggest tap dancing coon, Uncle Ruckus person I've ever met in my life.
I agree that I kind of agree that, hey, listen, like, if you're here illegally, you know, then that's a problem, right?
Undocumented.
I do think that it's not right for somebody who is, I mean, legal and is mistaken for an illegal.
I think you got a call. Guys, keep tapping the screen. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 150,000 likes.
Pretty upsetting, right? So I could see that. Yeah, I mean, I'm for removing people that are not legal, but
well, I mean, first and foremost, there's not a thing as far as people being legal or illegal. Like, that's not a thing. I mean, like, you can say undocumented, but no one's quote unquote legal or legal. That's not.
Well, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. I'm not like a PC guy, so
right.
But you know what I'm saying.
But the whole point is, like, it doesn't matter if you're here through legal documentation or undocumented status. You still get access to the protections under the Constitution. And when you talk about, like, we can talk about this mass pew pewing.
I mean, let me stop you there. Like,
well, hold on, let me finish the sentence. Let me finish the sentence. Sure, let me finish the sentence. Yes, all people under the jurisdiction of the land. Yes, literally, and it's also been litigated as well. That's why there was a Supreme Court ruling 9-0 who said Donald Trump couldn't do what he did. Literally, it says it in the Constitution. Literally, it's actually been challenged multiple times in the past.
So how is he still getting away with?
Because he's doing it illegally. You want to talk about illegal? Donald Trump is doing illegal stuff.
But aren't there checks and balances with?
They're supposed to be.
I mean, I'm just saying, hey, listen, if you're right and he's doing something illegally, well,
they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be. Yeah. Literally, the Supreme Court ruled 9-0 that what Donald Trump did was unconstitutional, and he had to bring back Alberto Garcia, and he was like, we can't get him back. And the only reason that they brought him back is because they threatened to put Pam Bondi, the Attorney General, in jail due to contempt of court. She was going to be held in contempt of court because she did not acquiesce to the Supreme Court. That's the only reason they brought him back.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we've had many presidents who tend to do stuff with a strike of a pen that, you know, is illegal. But hey, I don't mean to bother you guys. Someone just showed up at my house. My buddy's coming over. I apologize, but it was good talking to you guys. And
Thank you.
I apologize for.
Oh, you keep cutting out. No worries. I appreciate you, Jeff. I'll go ahead and drop you down. Guys, keep tapping the screen. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 50,000 likes. I didn't get the answer. Of course, I didn't get the answer. W's in the chat for Hype Phantom, who sent a $9.99 YouTube super chat to say, if I was your neighbor, I would be more upset with Trump giving white South Africans an express pass to immigrate here over not waiting due to all the allegation of white G-side, which there's no proof. Absolutely. But they don't care about that. They only care about, like, you know, the fifis in their tum-tum. Also, W's in the chat for Hype Python, who sent another $4.99 YouTube super chat to say, also, Trump welcoming with open arms the family member of El Chapo. Yes, he's literally did that. He's literally brought criminals into the country while deporting hardworking people who are just trying to seek a better life. I don't understand it. Trump supporters, if you can explain it. If you're in the box, make sure you're a Trump supporter. We're only looking for debates. We are only looking for debates. We are not looking to talk to friendlies. This is not late nights. This is sparring, and we are only looking for some debates. Guys, if you look up at the top and you see the word follow, that means you're not following me. Go ahead and hit the follow button. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. Straight talk. I'm going to go ahead and mute you because no one cares what you have to say in the chat. Trump supporters, if you can't put your big boy, big girl pants on, then you get muted. I legitimately don't care what you have to say. If you're going to say it from the chat, I need you to say it with your chest, right? Say it with your chest. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. Davey, no, you didn't. You have not requested up. You're not in the request. It's Rose. It's Rosa. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, sir.
You are? Okay. It's Rosa. Question for you.
Yes, sir.
Why is MAGA all such hypocrites?
I don't find that they have hypocrites. Can you give me an example, please?
Sure. Multiple instances. You can talk about not all rights, where they only care about their access to the Constitution and protecting, rights such as 2A, their pew-pews, versus protecting the rights of undocumented immigrants and their right to due process. You can talk about, whose bodies matter, where they actually only care about, like, not having to wear masks, but they're willing to say that women shouldn't be able to have access to ABs and have bodily autonomy. You can talk about them wanting to protect kids when they say men shouldn't be in women's spaces or sports or da-da-da-da-da-da, while at the same time voting for a pedophile who actually encourages other pedophiles. You can talk about them being...
That's not been proven yet. That's not been proven.
What's not been proven?
He's a PDF file, right?
Okay, well, at the very least, he's objectified and sexualized young kids.
Yes, but my argument here is...
Wait. Did you say yes? So you agree that he's objectified and sexualized young children?
Donald Trump does only open his mouth to switch feet, correct?
What?
He only opens his mouth to switch feet. He's constantly got his foot in his mouth. You don't know that saying?
No, I've never heard that one.
Well, he's constantly fumbling his words, right? And saying stuff that he shouldn't be saying.
Okay, right? And you're good with that?
My thing is he's
Wait, but are you good with that? Yes or no? I just need to know.
Can you just hear my whole sentence?
I'll hear the whole thing out, but I need to understand just yes or no real quick. Are you okay with him, quote unquote, opening his mouth to switch feet?
His verbiage? No, it's not appropriate. His bedside manner is not good.
Okay,
right?
I just need to know that. Go ahead and finish your point.
So yes, Donald Trump, he speaks things that are not appropriate, right? But then you have like Biden, who like sniffs children's hair and like pulls them in close to him for photo ops, and like you can see how uncomfortable the children are in their faces. Do you agree or no?
No. He literally sniffed his grandchild's hair. And for people for people to pretend like you've never sniffed a baby, you're fucking lying. I literally have 2 kids and I've sniffed my kids as well. Cool. And so for people to act like they haven't sniffed their kids, their nieces, their nephews,
why
their
would-
grandkids,
no, because
you
people-
all are lying, because that's the thing. Babies smell amazing. They're cute. They're
It's not a
cuddly.
baby.
And that's the
It's not
thing. And
baby.
young kids too. And for him to do that, as far as at his son's funeral to his grandson, stop it. Donald Trump has literally said that he was going to date a 10-year-old in 10 years. Donald Trump has admitted to walking in and actually skeezing on young women while they were changing at the Miss USA or Miss America pageant, whichever one he owned. Like, Donald Trump has openly admitted to those. Donald Trump has admitted that he likes it. Like, he even said that he would be dating his daughter if she wasn't his daughter. Like, Donald Trump has openly
He has
went
no
at
bedside
younger
manner, so
people.
we know that.
Say it
We
again?
know that. He has no bedside manner. We know
It's
that.
not about bedside manner. It's the fact that Donald Trump
He says very inappropriate things. I agree.
Sure.
100%.
Who has been on record as being one of Donald Trump's best friends?
Okay, pivot, but okay.
No, just answer the question.
Epstein.
Okay,
yes,
cool.
For 10 years.
Epstein, cool. Who was the person that Donald Trump tried to appoint as Attorney General prior to Pam Bondi?
Ooh, good question. Who?
Matt Gaetz.
Okay.
Why wasn't Matt Gaetz appointed?
I do not know.
Matt Gaetz was not appointed because he was under investigation by the House Republicans, to be specific, and they found that he actually had schmecks with a 17-year-old in an open area. He literally was actually having schmecks with underage women, and Donald Trump thought that would be good to make him the Attorney General. Who is someone that Donald Trump has openly partied with throughout the years, and even admitted as of a couple of months ago that he would consider pardoning?
Diddy or Maxwell?
The diddler, yes, the diddler, Diddy. Who do you know who Donald Trump? Hold on. I'm not done. Donald Trump. Do you know what happened to Donald Trump's most recent religious advisor?
Oh no.
He was arrested for being a PDF engaging with schmecks with underage kids. Literally, Donald Trump's spiritual advisor.
I would need some proof of that.
Sure, you can look it up. You can look it up. I did a whole video about it. It's on my page. Donald Trump's spiritual advisor was literally arrested in Texas for being a PDF file.
Okay.
So I name all these names to say Donald Trump has
continued. That at all.
Yeah, you should look it up. It's a thing. It's an absolute thing. I say all this to say Donald Trump continues to actually surround himself with people that are PDF files. Hey, have you ever seen an eagle hanging out with pigeons?
Is that an analogy? No, sir, I haven't heard of that analogy before.
Because it's not, right? Eagles don't hang out with pigeons. You see pigeons hanging with pigeons. You see eagles hanging with eagles, because birds of a feather flock together. So why would Donald Trump hang around PDF files if he was not a PDF file?
Well, why would Abrigo Garcia hang out with MS-13 if he wasn't MS-13?
Answer the question directly. Answer the
I
question
don't know.
directly, Rosa.
Maybe because it's guilty by association. Maybe it's not.
So
Maybe
you're saying Trump is guilty. You're saying Trump is
Garcia?
guilty by association. Is that what you're saying?
Maybe he is. Maybe he's not. Nothing's
No.
came out
I need
about
you to
that
answer
yet.
the question directly. I'm sorry. I'm not interested in a maybe or maybe not. I need to know specifically what you think. Not
Oh my
you
God,
can
that
have it
is
both
true.
ways, because again, that's hypocrisy. You
Because
can't
I
have
don't
it both
know.
ways.
I
That's
don't know.
hypocrisy.
There's literally no evidence that proves.
I
that he is.
literally just
So
laid
right
out
now-
multiple things. Cool. What about Donald Trump being named in the Epstein files, right? So many times that he literally had to
haven't
have
seen
the
that,
FBI. Sure, you haven't, because he hasn't released it, but he had the FBI go in and they had to redact his name from the Epstein files.
All right. I haven't seen that.
I know you haven't, because Donald Trump hasn't released the Epstein files after running on it. You know what? It's Rosa. Like, sorry, even if you did see it, you wouldn't care, because you're a hypocrite. You're a MAGA
honestly, I didn't
hypocrite.
see that. I've said for a long time that if Trump was to pardon Diddy, that would be it for me for Trump. And
why is it that it's
Trump
not it for
was
you?
to be
Wait,
found,
so
if Trump was to be
wait,
found guilty
if
of
Trump
doing some-
if
Hold on,
Trump
you just
actually
went. Can I just
no
go?
if Trump were to actually pardon Diddy, that's your
if
line.
I'm just getting talked at, but there's no point in me being up here.
I'm just trying to clarify and make sure I understand what you're saying. If Trump were to pardon Diddy, that's your line.
You didn't let me finish, right?
I'm just trying to verify that's what you're saying.
But you keep cutting me off.
I need to make sure I'm hearing what you're saying.
You're not finish.
I don't want
hearing
to.
what
I don't
I'm
want to
saying.
mischaracterize what you're saying. Can you just yes or no, and you can keep going?
Yes, that would be
Okay.
it, right? So now
Cool.
Diddy, if he was to do that with Diddy, pardon Diddy, or if he was to be found guilty of charges with children, that would unilaterally be it across the board, I believe, for Republicans and
Okay.
supporting him. Okay.
Okay. So you're saying that it has to be him, quote unquote, pardoning Diddy, and it would have to be him being found guilty of being a PDF file. Those would have to happen for you to no longer support Trump. So when Donald Trump literally was found guilty of essaying E. Jean Carroll, when Donald Trump actually in the divorce filings, it was listed that he actually raped his ex-wife and pulled out her hair. When Donald Trump tried to overthrow the country and subvert the will of the people, when Donald Trump literally told you guys that he was going to release the Epstein files and then immediately turned around and said, we're not going to release the Epstein files. When Donald Trump tried to, when Donald Trump tried to actually infringe on 2A rights and pass the bump stock ban, like none of those things were lines for you. But now you expect me to believe that these two imaginary things are your line.
Well,
it's Rosa. Simple question.
Why the fuck you lying?
No, don't do
Why
that.
you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
That's not the truth, and you know it. You guys literally don't have a line.
No, I do.
You don't,
I swear
because
on everything.
So why wasn't all of those other things that I just listed enough for you?
Because they just weren't.
So no, okay. So none of those things were. So Donald Trump actually not only being held civilly liable for SA, but actually with his ex-wife, the divorce filing stating that she actually raped him and
New
she
York
pulled
was
out
never
his
gonna
hair.
Go with him on anything.
I'm not even talking about E. Jean Carroll because you guys like to try to conflate and be grape apologists. I'm not even holding to that one anymore. I'm talking about his ex-wife. His ex-wife in the divorce filings listed that he raped her. He pulled her hair out and then the next day said, hey, did it hurt? You don't care about that?
I don't. Where was he even charged for that?
He was not. It's listed in the divorce filings from his ex-wife. I'm not even talking about E. Jean Carroll because you guys like to try to conflate.
I'm not talking about her either right now. I'm talking about
I'm talking about his ex-wife. It's literally in the court filings for their divorce.
So he wasn't actually charged with that separately?
No, he wasn't. His ex-wife just listed it in the court filings for the divorce.
I'm not convinced that happened.
So you don't care that it was literally in the court filings from his ex-wife?
You can literally write anything in the court filings.
It was under oath.
It doesn't matter. Do you know how much garbage husbands and wives put on each other in court papers? Do you know?
Do you know why I call you guys hypocrites?
I was divorced. You should see the stuff.
I've been divorced as well. I've been divorced as well. The one thing that I do know about being divorced is that lying in any type of court setting that's perjury and you can go to jail. Like literally you can go to jail, bud. So him making such a statement, you know what's the wild part about this actual filing? Her putting this, hey, wait, you sent the corgi to her. Cool. You know what's so weird about the court filing, right? It's the fact that Donald Trump didn't fight that. He didn't push to get that removed. He didn't say that, oh, that's not true. He let it be. He let it sit. He actually let it happen because Donald Trump knew that if he fought that, then that would be an actual legal case. And he knew that it was the truth. But you don't care because you're looking for an excuse for him.
Honey, if I can't talk here, there's no point in me being here.
I mean, you can go if you want. I mean, this is like literally, you're just the clown in the middle of the circus. Honestly.
That's okay. I don't mind being the clown.
Okay.
So, how about maybe he just didn't feel like dealing with another court case to take it out of the
or he knew that he did it. Donald Trump has over 26 credible essay claims, right?
And
Donald
how many
Trump
of them have been taken to court?
E. Jean Carroll, yes.
Okay, all right.
Eugene Carroll was taken to court, not only taken to court, literally the reason why it was taken to court is because Donald Trump couldn't shut his mouth. Like, and he tried to actually, I mean, she had to sue him for defamation. And in order for her to prove that it was defamation, she had to prove that he raped her. And guess what? She did. And you know what's even wilder about all of that? Donald Trump tried to appeal it. And you know what they said? Nope.
Sir, it's New York. New York does not like Trump.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Listen, you guys love to actually call the justice system politicized, but then you guys don't hold that same energy when it comes to black and brown people who have literally been screaming about the justice system for years. Black people have been complaining about the justice system. Black people have been sure, we can talk about that in just one second, but black people have been complaining about the justice system for years, and then white people turn around and say 1350. White people love talking about 1350, but won't talk about exoneration rates. They won't talk about over policing. They won't talk about the actual way black people are targeted. But for some reason, you guys want to talk about Donald Trump and the quote unquote injustices with him. But it was never the justice. You guys were all law and order before they started going after your criminal in chief, Donald Trump. That's weird. And Bandino, 1350 is not a fact. That's why the FBI does not report on it anymore. It's literally not a fact. Get in the box, clown. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Who's not in the box?
I don't know. There was someone in the chat saying that 1350 was real when it's not.
Okay. Where should we start? That was a lot. Do you have a specific point you want to start at?
Yes, you guys literally don't care about law and order unless it's affecting your Mango Mussolini, your Mandarin Messiah. You don't care about law and order unless it's Trump. Yes, Mango Mussolini.
I do care about law and order.
No, you don't.
I totally do.
You care about law and order.
I'm in New York State.
So you care about law and order?
Yes.
Okay. So what do you think about Donald Trump? What do you think about Donald Trump pardoning violent insurrectionists?
Well, to that I'll say, he pardoned about 1,500 people.
Sure. What do you think about him pardoning violent insurrections?
They did 5 years.
So you think that him actually
trespassing?
No. I need you to lock in and listen to what I'm saying. You think it's okay that he pardoned violent insurrectionists, including those people that actually drove a stun gun into the neck of the Capitol City Police? You think that's okay?
They did 5 years.
So you think it's okay? That's what you're saying. Just to verify, you're saying that's okay.
It was 5 years for trespassing.
Yes or no? You're saying that's okay.
Yes.
Okay, so you don't care about law and order.
That's
you
not
literally
true.
Don't.
That's
you literally don't, because
true.
not only did they actually assault police officers,
they did, and they actually
they assaulted police officers. They broke into the Capitol. They smeared shit on the Capitol wall.
Disgusting. Listen, that's not a happy day for me. Do you think I'm fucking happy about that? No.
You support a president that incited it and then was good with it. He literally was good with it because he pardoned them. He literally ran on pardoning them. Donald Trump not only encouraged that to happen, but Donald Trump could have stopped it. He didn't. Then Donald Trump actually pacified those people by saying they're good people. And then Donald Trump forgave those people by actually pardoning those people. And then you know what happened after those actual pardons came out? Multiple insurrectionists either went back to jail for multiple reasons, like unaliving people, for domestic violence, for all of this other stuff. While literally Donald Trump has not said anything about any of those people.
Criminals are criminals. What do you want me to say?
Exactly. And that's why you don't care about law and order, because he put more criminals out on the street.
Okay, well, Joe Biden pardoned 4,500.
4,500 what?
Criminals. He pardoned 4,500 criminals, whereas Trump only pardoned.
Sure. Tell me where Biden pardoned 4,500 criminals.
Go look it up, just like you told me.
No. You go look it up, because that's not true. Why would I go chase down? No. You made the claim. You made this actual wild claim that he pardoned 4,500 criminals.
Oh my God.
Tell me where I can find that.
All right, hold on a second. Let me
read these out while you go find that. W's in the chat for Jazz, who sent a $5 YouTube super chat to say he boasts about grabbing P 9 unanimous jurors guilty of SA, proven fraudster, convicted. That I missed it. It cut it off. I'm sorry, I can't see it. I waited too long. But W's in the chat. Thank you so much, Jazz. W's in the chat for Hype Phantom, who sent a $9.99 YouTube super chat saying, that's because birds of a feather flock together. You're absolutely right. W's in the chat for Hype Phantom, who also sent a $4.99 YouTube super chat to say, your Lord and Savior Cheeto flavored Satan. You're right. You're absolutely right. Guys, if anyone would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. All the pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks for You. Santana Speaks for You is the best way to support the live. Everything is accepted. Anything's appreciated. If you're over on the YouTubes, then you can go ahead and send a YouTube super chat, and I will read that message out. Guys, keep tapping the screen. There's 1.5 thousand of us hanging out right now. Look up at the top. If you see the word follow, that means you're not following me. Go ahead and hit that follow button. Hit that follow button. Turn on your notifications. Do all the wonderful things. Let's knock out this daily gift goal. And also, guys, if you're a Trump supporter, get in the box. We are only talking to Trump supporters. Only talking to Trump supporters. Last but not least, welcome in RJ Ray. What up? Make sure you do the wonderful things. Go ahead, Rosa.
So when I Google, it comes up. Do you want that? Will that suffice? Or you want, like,
yeah, sure. I want you to tell me where I can find the information on Joe Biden pardoning 4,500 criminals.
Yeah, just type into Google search, how many people did Joe Biden pardon? And it'll come right up. George Bush was 200. Barack Obama was
that's not telling me. Hold on. Hopefully
Donald
you
Trump was
understand.
1,700.
Sure. Hopefully you understand a couple
Joe
of things,
Biden was
right?
42.
Rosa. Hopefully you understand a couple of things. One. Just because you receive a pardon does not mean that you're a violent criminal, right?
That goes to Trump then too.
You said that Joe Biden released 4,500 criminals. That's what you said. Also, I need you to make sure that you understand what's the difference between commuting a sentence and pardoning someone?
I have no idea.
Okay, you should probably look that up too, because there's a huge difference between commuting sentences and pardoning sentences. So, like, make sure you understand that. And also, 3, just reading the AI overview is not good. Go get the actual source. Tell me where I can verify that Joe Biden pardoned 4,500 criminals.
Department of Justice.gov.
Okay, where exactly?
Department of Justice.gov.
Yeah, that's the website. Where exactly?
So type in how many people did Joe Biden pardon, and then scroll down and go to the Department of Justice.gov. Can you got it?
Okay, 1 second. How many people did Joe Biden pardon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then you said go down to Department of Justice. Pardon granted by President Joe Biden 2021 through 2025. Is that what you're referring to?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I click on this. What does it say? Did you click on it or did you just read it? Did you just to verify, Rosa, before I get into this, because hold on, before I get into this, because I'm going to actually read the information. Did you just pick a random link, or did you actually go into this and verify this information before you told me to go here? Because if this information doesn't validate what you're saying and it actually validates me, I'm going to clown you. Just an FYI.
Hold on, because it doesn't have the total.
Oh, okay. Okay. So it doesn't have the total. So it doesn't say 4,500 people here.
No,
right?
but I'm gonna keep scrolling.
It doesn't have 4,500 people, and even if you scroll down, right? Because I just scrolled to the very bottom, from the top to the bottom. There is no way in the blue hell
that's 4,500.
that there's 4,500 people. So guess what?
No.
Guess what? Guess what, Rosa? Guess what? You gave me a source that you didn't even check, because you don't know sources. You go off the fifis in your tum-tum, and the fifis in your tum-tum, the fifis in your tum, the fillings in your tummy. You go off the fillings in your tummy.
I don't have feelings, sorry. No.
Yeah, you literally are going off your feelings because you're spouting points that aren't true.
Okay,
you don't have actual information, and then you try to give me an actual source that's not a source because you didn't verify it.
So you have to be quiet a little bit. You're yelling. I'm looking for a more
keep looking. Let me read this off. Sure, keep looking. Let me read this off, guys. W's in the chat. W's in the chat for Sean, who sent a $20 YouTube super chat to say, try to pull off being our moral superior and they deflect and defend the indefensible. They magnify BLM protests while diminishing January the 6th violence and excusing the pardons of cop beaters. Weak, absolutely. W's in the chat for Sunny Bear, who sent a $5 YouTube super chat to say, "Yay, my first Santana live stream. Are you watching the bottom of the barrel to find these?" No, I'm not going to call them that. Yes, they are not great callers. These callers scare me for America. Listen, it's interesting. W's in the chat for Sunny Bear. Yes, it's interesting to see the depravity that they're willing to actually uphold just because it's their Cheeto in chief. It's wild. It's super, super wild. Also, guys, massive W's in the chat for Carolina. Carolina sent a $5 donation to say, "Does she have any morals? To be determined." Thank you so much for that $5 donation, Carolina. If you guys would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks for You. Santana Speaks for You is the best way to support the live. Everything is accepted. Anything's appreciated. If you're over on YouTube, you can send that YouTube super chat, and I will read that message out. Make sure you hit the follow button over on YouTube. And also, guys, here, look, if you see the word follow, that means you're not following me. Hit that follow button. Hit the follow button. Rosa, did you find anything to substantiate the wild claims that you're making? Do 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 do. Nope. Do 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 do. Nope. 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 Rosa, I'm gonna send you a request to come off mute. I need you to lock in for me, please, please, please lock in for me, because the stuff that you're saying. Did you say go to X?
No. AXIOS.
Go to Axios. Is that what you said?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay, where am I going with it? Where Axios? Where?
Oh,
like,
no, just go down. Just go like back and to the Google page, and then scroll down. Or
okay.
Safari, whatever it is. Then scroll down to Axios.
I don't see an Axios title. Not on my page.
It's yeah, you will.
I'm all the way at the bottom. I see Pew Research.
All right, so then you can feel free to type in Biden.
How about you actually tell me where to go? Or listen.
I'm telling you now. It says the title of this article is "Biden Sets Presidential Record on Pardons and Clemency."
Okay, and again, do you know what the difference did before you went to Axios, right? And you found that. Did you
yes,
take
I
a
know
moment
there's a difference between pardons and clemency.
What's the difference?
I know there's a difference.
Sure. No. I'm not saying that there's. I've already told you there's a difference. What is the difference? Maybe you should look up the difference between clemency and pardoning someone, and then refine your actual DuckDuckGo search to make sure that it says what you're looking for. Because I promise you, it's not going to give you that information.
It does not matter.
It does. It does, because there's a difference between pardoning and clemency.
Dude, the other president still pardoned half only of what he pardoned.
Commuting someone's sentence means that you're actually
just look
saying.
It up? I gotta go, bro.
Commuting someone's sentence it means that you're actually saying time served, but it does not mean that you are actually released. Joe Biden actually commuted people's sentences, meaning that they did not have to go to unalive row, right? But they still had to stay in jail. You said that Joe Biden put 4,500 criminals on the street, and you can't actually prove that.
No,
you can't.
Pardons, and that's like essentially a pardon, right?
Again, if you commute their sentence, that does not mean they're released.
On the live row.
Say it again. And she ran. And she ran. And she ran. W's in the chat for Jonah. Jonah sent a $300 donation saying he had like 800 pardon and 4,000 commuters. Google is literally free. This guest is a liar. I know. That's why I wouldn't play her game, because again, there's a difference between commuting someone's sentence and pardoning them. It's a huge difference. It's a huge difference. Donald Trump put those people back on the street. Joe Biden didn't. W's in the chat for Joanna. Thank you so much for that $3 donation. Also, guys, massive W's in the chat for Jazz, who sent a $5 YouTube super chat to say, Rosa, you have Stockholm syndrome. They all have Stockholm syndrome. They all do. Look it up for look it up if you're not familiar. Your talking points in your own subjugation to the patriarch. Wake up, stand up. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Also, W's in the chat for Sean, who sent a $10 YouTube super chat to say 6 unalives attributed to January the 6th, 26 to the BLM summer. The image. Now imagine what carnage would have been unleashed by the Sidit bone. I don't know what that is. Cadit bone. If there were 6 unalives a day during BLM. But yeah, January the 6th, forgive them all. Exactly. Like, exactly. There's such a discrepancy. Literally, there's such a discrepancy. And you guys don't care because you are actually hypocrites. Right? I mean, like, that's it. Guys, only request up if you are a Trump supporter. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. We are only looking for some debates, guys. Please do not request up if you are not a Trump supporter. We are not looking to talk to friendlies. We're only looking for some debates. Also, guys, hit that follow button. Make sure you follow me. Make sure you hit that follow button and send your daily heart me. Turn on your notifications. Do all the wonderful things. Knock out the daily gift goal. Sheila B, are you a Trump supporter? Sheila B, are you a Trump supporter? I don't think she knows she's here. And judging by their profile picture, I'm going to say she's not. She looks too kind. She looks too kind. Let's see here. Frank, are you a Trump supporter? Frank, are you a Trump supporter?
No, I was asleep. I must have pushed it on accident. Sorry.
No worries, Frank. Go ahead and take that nap. I appreciate you. Guys, keep tapping the screen. Again, only request up if you're a Trump supporter. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter. We're only looking for some debates. This is Sparring with Santana, one-on-one debates with Trump supporters. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. If you're friendly, keep doing all the wonderful things. If you like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks for You is the best way to support the live. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. I don't think this person is going to load, so I'm going to go ahead and... All right.
What up?
Thank you. Hey, Rob. Rob, why have you been terrorizing people on TikTok?
Dude, I just got finished dismantling Johnny.
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Go watch it on YouTube.
I don't. Yeah, I'm positive you didn't quote unquote dismantle Johnny.
Yes. It was embarrassing for him. And I've got Stockholm syndrome girls in my apartment.
Oh, whoa, Rob.
Yes.
Rob. Keep it in the guardrails.
Okay, I'm just trying to follow up with the other.
Okay, yeah,
comments.
I legitimately no.
I don't
No.
actually. Yes, I have a lot of women that want to be with me. outside of my apartment.
Rob, no. You're not going to talk about women, Rob. No.
Okay. Let's talk about policies.
Yes.
And politics.
Yes, we're going to talk about politics.
And I will. Yes, this will be an easy victory.
Hold on, Rob. W's in the chat for I think it's pronounced Shazaz, who's in a $10 donation. I can't see the personal note, but I will go back and check it out once I get offline. But thank you so much for that $10 donation. Also, W's in the chat for CK, who's in a $4.99 YouTube super chat to say, keep it in the guardrails, Rob. Exactly. Sometimes we got to make sure Rob knows.
Yeah, don't put up those bowling
yes,
rails.
The bumpers. We have to put up the bumpers with you, Rob. Like, you can't do that. Also, W's in the chat for Shaylu, who sent a $10 YouTube super chat to say, keep up the fight. Santana, love your show. Thank you so much for that. Guys, listen, YouTube is popping off. We got 432 people watching over on YouTube. You guys are freaking awesome. Make sure you hit that like button over on YouTube. I really appreciate it. And make sure you go ahead and subscribe as well. Rob, I'm telling you, like literally, my mods, they have a beat on you, Rob, and if you don't keep it in the guardrails, I'm telling you, you're gonna get
They're
dropped.
gonna put up the bumpers.
No, they're gonna drop you, Rob. They're gonna
Good
drop you if you
Lord.
don't. They're gonna drop you, guys. Make sure you hit that follow button. Hit the follow button. Turn on the notifications. Knock out. Can we knock out these let them cooks and protect the live? Rob, why are MAGAs all such hypocrites?
Why do you think you're better than me?
Because I'm not a hypocrite.
I'm not a hypocrite.
MAGA is a hypocrite. You guys yell about rights, right? You want to protect your right to own pews, but for some reason don't want to give rights to undocumented immigrants to due process. You guys care about your access to bodily autonomy, making sure that you don't have to wear masks, but for some reason you think women shouldn't be able to actually have ABs. You guys say that you want to protect the kids and keep quote unquote men out of women's spaces, while at the same time voting for a PDF file who protects PDF files. You guys say that we're the snowflakes on the left, while literally crashing out every single day when someone lost your shit when Hillary Clinton said that you guys were deplorables, lost your shit when Joe Biden said that you guys were trash. And let's not forget about the weak leadership, right? Like literally you guys made fun of quote unquote Sleepy Joe, said that he was too old, all this other stuff. But at the same time, Donald Trump has spots on his hands, swollen cankles, face is droopy. He looks horrible. He's prattling off. He is literally on the downside, and you guys aren't saying anything about that. All of these things. I
never lose my shit.
All of these things.
That's why it stinks in my apartment. But anyway, let me get back to the topic. Yes, I believe in giving immigrants a chance.
I'm going to put you on hold for a second, Rob. We all just need a second for that one. We all just need a second one. Yeah, just a second, because I don't know how to respond to that one, chat. All right. Rob, come off mute. Keep going.
Yeah, sorry for the last comment.
It's fine. I would just open up a window, Rob. I would literally just open up a window.
That I plan on running for Senate.
Yeah, but open up a window before you do that.
Open up the window?
Yeah, let the smell out.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, it's officially open.
Okay.
Now everybody outside can hear the conversation. So anyway, what is it that you hate about MAGA so much?
I just named all the things. You guys are massive hypocrites.
No, I believe in tolerance and equality for everyone.
You voted for
my
opposite.
views.
You support someone. You support someone who literally is the opposite of that.
So do you.
Dairy Parlor. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Hey, Rob, hold tight for me just a moment if you don't mind.
Yeah, I'm hanging.
Okay. Dairy. You're a hypocrite. MAGA specifically is a hypocrite.
Pot calling the kettle black. So are you.
Sure. Are you already getting emotional?
No, I think you're getting emotional though.
No. I literally am laying out the premise of my argument, but it seems like you are getting a little bit emotional because I'm saying that you're a hypocrite.
No, I'm sitting here watching from dusk till dawn.
I know words tend to hurt you guys, right?
I know words tend to hurt you guys.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't, because
if we don't use your correct pronouns, you guys don't do shit.
Sure, just because you don't understand that everyone uses pronouns doesn't mean that pronouns aren't a real thing. You're just too stupid to know what pronouns are.
You're too stupid to even know what the heck you're talking about.
Sure, pronouns are literally in the English language.
I'm sure there are, but nobody really cares about it.
Did you learn pronouns in elementary?
Have you even been to elementary?
Answer the question, bud. Did you learn pronouns in elementary? Yes or no?
I don't need to answer nothing from you.
You did. You requested up on. Listen. This is.
I don't need to listen.
This is how we're gonna do it. When I say jump, you say how high. Just to make sure you understand what's happening here, right? This is my show, bud. This is my show, bud. So when I yank your chain, that's when you're allowed to actually dance. Okay? All right. So as long as we got that. Now, why is it that MAGA is so hypocritical where they believe in things that apply for others but doesn't apply for them?
For the same reason y'all do.
Sure. Can you give me a specific example?
Yeah, I'll give you a specific example. During C-19, y'all were so adamant with people putting that jab in their arm to where you were willing to fire people and round up people and put them in camps. But yet when it comes to the AB movement,
who rounded up people? Wait, hold on. No. I'll let you. Hold on. I will. Yes, we were adamant about people getting vaccinated, but who was rounding people up and putting them in camps?
I said your senator sat there. There was a couple of them that recommended that.
Be specific.
To pull it up online.
No. I need you to be specific. Put a name on it. Who actually said that?
A whole lot of them.
Who? Be specific. If a whole lot of them said it, then you can name one.
A whole lot of them said it.
If a whole lot of them said it, Derry, you can name one.
And you even said it.
Derry, if a whole lot of them said it, you can name one. Listen,
her body, her choice.
No. It doesn't work that way. I'm not going to let you just lie and then think that you can skate past that lie. Either you admit that you're lying or you prove that one actual person said that. One, just one.
This to credit, we know you need to find.
You've been lying this whole time.
Sure, I don't care about what you're saying there. I need you to prove that you said that a bunch of actual governors said that. I need you to give me just one. Go.
Are you done taking me offline?
I would like for you to give me one governor that said that, or admit that you lied. If you
Schumer said it.
Chuck Schumer said that we should round people up and put them in camps.
He did. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Hold tight for me a second because I'm going to find that.
Yeah.
Sure. Can you turn the background noise down for me, please? Derry, can you turn the background noise down for me, please? All right. So you said Chuck Schumer said that. Sure. So looking through the information, Politico actually has a
political
Derry.
left-wing propaganda.
Sure, I hear you. I hear you, Derry. Hold on. I wasn't even finished with it. I wasn't even listing all the actual information. But hey, Derry, where'd you hear that from?
I heard it from Chuck Schumer on
where,
his
but
mouth.
Where specifically?
When they were sitting there. Let me tell you exactly verbatim what he said.
Sure.
He said that him, right along with Dr. Fauci and a couple other ones said, and there was even that one Asian lady that would get on CNN saying, if you take away their ideological bullshit and start taking away rights.
I just need to tell me where you got that from, Derry.
I got it from your people, bro. Like,
where?
Come on.
Where specifically? What source? What source? Okay, so you're not going to answer it. So you're not going to answer it. So I'm going to answer it. You got it from Facebook. You literally got it from Facebook. Literally, this is a actual Facebook conspiracy that was actually, it's literally listed out as a Facebook conspiracy. Literally, you got this from Facebook. There is multiple sources that document that. One, Chuck Schumer has never been on record saying anything like that. Two, this was a conspiracy that was pushed across Facebook.
Conspiracy theorists now.
Okay.
So when your people say it, and then all of a sudden you don't want to hear the answer,
Derry,
you don't want to hear the
sure.
truth.
Okay,
you can't handle the truth, bro.
Derry,
just grow up.
It's easy. Listen, it's easy.
No,
because I have multiple sources.
No, it's easy. Your people said it, so your people are hypocrites.
I have multiple sources here saying that didn't happen. All you have to do is go get me one source. Just get me one source.
Just like with the whole gerrymandering thing. You guys are hypocrites.
Hey, I'm not going to let you actually pivot. I know that you think that if you shotgun and pivot, you're going to get away from this point, but you're going to take this. Hey, listen, you're going to take these hands. You're going to take you're going to catch these beats. Now, I need you to find one source that actually proves one source, Derry, that proves that Chuck Schumer said this. Just one. Just go find one. You gave me the one name. I looked up the information, and the information said it wasn't true.
Found it and proved it to you.
Sure, tell me where it's at. Wait, tell me where it's at.
Admit to it,
Derry, tell me where it's at.
You're wrong.
Derry, tell me where it's at.
Dude, there's plenty. I'm looking.
Where
at
is it
right
at?
here. I'm looking at it right here.
Where?
Plenty of them.
Be specific. Tell me where.
Well, it's not political. I'll tell you that.
Okay,
much.
sure. Then tell me where.
There was Newsmax. I'm looking.
Okay,
at
so what's
Newsmax.
no? What's
I'm
the title of the
looking at
Newsmax
Reddit.
article?
I mean, just
What's
pull
the
it
title
up,
of the
bro.
Newsmax
Just pull it
article?
up. Well, just
What's
pull it
the
up.
what's
You're
the
party
title?
of the educated, right?
I'm trying to pull it up. I just need you to tell me
Okay,
what's
then
the
pull
title.
it up and quit running your mouth.
What's the title?
Just pull it up and quit
What's
running
the
your mouth.
title?
Democrat senators that said that MAGA supporters should be rounded up.
And
when
this
they
is the
refuse to
title.
Take the back.
And this is what you're saying. You're saying this is the title.
This is what y'all did, bro.
No,
So
no. You lock in. I'm tired of you actually trying to pontificate. You're not going to do this. I need you to be specific. Are you reading the quote unquote Newsmax title of the article? Yes or no?
Yes,
Okay.
I am.
Cool. So
it's
give me
your
the actual
responsibility
title.
to find it. I
Give
don't
me-
have control of your computer.
Give me the title.
It's your responsibility to find
Gary,
it.
give me the title.
I just gave you the title, bro.
Read it again.
Title is Democratic senators that suggest that MAGA be rounded up and put into camps for refusing to take the jab. I can't say the actual shot on TikTok because then you might get flagged. You have to be, but you can pick it up from there and you'll find it.
Okay, hold on. Stop talking. I'm looking up. And guys, yes, I know he said Newsmax. We're going to get to that one, but just hold tight. All right, so I typed in the actual Democrat senators suggest that MAGA be rounded up for refusing to take the jab, Newsmax, and I don't see a Newsmax article. I see a Fox News where it says senators demand oversight as far as rejecting the vaccine guidelines. I see News Magazine. I see the New Republic. I see Politico. I see Washington Post.
So you see all those. You're admitting you see all those.
No. None of these say what you're saying.
I see Newsmax. You don't see Newsmax, but you see the other ones.
None of those say what you're saying.
There were your senators that were calling.
None of these say what you're saying. They literally don't say that.
You literally sat there and pointed out.
Okay, stop talking. The first one that I read off was Fox News. Senators demand Senators demand oversight over rejecting vaccine guidelines. That's not what you said. The second one is news or New York Magazine, which this one doesn't even directly relate to it at all, but it says Gavin Newsom, why he keeps trolling Trump. I'm not unsure why that one says that one. The next one is the New Republic. Idiot Trump accidentally gives Democrats massive boost. The next one is Politico. MAGA, world may resist the vaccine, but still wants Trump. That's what Politico says. And then the next one is the Washington Post. Newsmax tries to argue fury of conservative host over, and that's all it says. The next one is the New Republic. How can Democrats be losing to these cruel, stupid, and then it cuts off there. The next one is Newsweek, not Newsmax, that says correction, policies, and requests. Again, none of these actually, one, are Newsmax, and two, they don't say what you said. So why are you lying?
I'm not lying.
You're fucking lying. Cool. Hold on. You have camera access. I want you to put it on your screen. I'll give you the big screen. Put it on the screen. I'll give you the big screen. Put it on the screen.
Put on there. I can't put it on.
You do. You have camera access. I just sent you a request to turn on your camera. I literally just sent you a request to turn on your camera. Put it on the screen. Turn on your camera.
Can y'all see me?
You didn't turn on your camera.
My camera's on. I'm sitting here looking at my phone.
You're fucking lying because it's still showing that it's off.
Look.
No, look. I'm sending you another request to turn on your camera. Okay, now it's on. Now it's on. Perfect. Now show us the Newsmax article. Hold on. I'm going to put you on the big screen. Let me put you on the big screen.
Yeah, do that, please.
Now show us the Newsmax article.
Hold on right here. Because now that you put me up on this screen, I got to sit here and go to my work phone. So hold on.
I don't care what you have to do. Just turn it, put it on the screen.
Okay, I am. Relax. Relax, Jeffrey.
Guys, while he continues to actually look for the lie, I don't understand how he's gonna get himself out of this lie. A couple of W's in the chat. W's in the chat for Arrow, who sent a $4.99 YouTube super chat to say, "Why is bro so mad?" I don't know. Maybe because
I'm not mad
he
at
has
all.
an
You guys are the ones
I'm
that
literally
mad. I'm
reading off
sitting
my
here
donations.
laughing.
Hey,
I'm sitting here laughing. I'm
can
not
you
mad.
stop while I read off my donations and go ahead and get that on the screen for us? Thank you. I don't know. Maybe it's because he has an enlarged medulla oblongata. I think. I don't know. W's in the chat for Sonny, who sent a $5 donation, says he says pronouns don't matter. He started calling him a she, and then see if he doesn't care. He would lose it if I called him a she. W's in the chat
I
for
wouldn't. You can
Jazz
call me whatever
again.
you want. You can
Listen,
call me
bud.
whatever
I'm
you
not.
want, brother. Call me a
Listen,
she.
okay.
Just don't call me.
W's in the chat for Jazz, who sent a $3 donation saying, "Dude is smarter than a medical expert." Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. Exactly. W's in the chat for Hype Phantom, who sent a $9.99 YouTube super chat and say, "This guy flunked out of daycare. WTF is he talking about? I have no clue." W's in the chat for Proud Grandma, who sent $13.99 Canadian to say, "Hi, Santana from Ontario. Thank you for protecting SA survivors. As a survivor of child SA, I don't understand these MAGA women who protect the abusers and shame the victims. It's not normal. It's not normal. They're in a cult. That's the only way that they're able to do it. They twist themselves into pretzels. That's how they do it." W's in the chat for Just Alpha, who sent a $5 YouTube super chat to say, "So he's got his source from Newsmax. Does he know that Newsmax is far right propaganda org, just like Fox News? Also, they lost in court of defamation." Yeah, I didn't even get to that. I still want him to put this Newsmax article on the screen because he doesn't have that. So there's that. W's in the chat for Bohani Matthews, who sent a $10 YouTube super chat. You're freaking awesome. Thank you so much for that. W's in the chat for Amber, who sent a $5 donation saying, I didn't think it was possible, but they're getting worse. Santana, FML. Yes, they've been getting worse. They are the worst of the worst. And last but not least, guys, W's in the chat for Tip, who sent a $5 donation saying, "I thought they supported camps. Now all of a sudden it's a problem." Exactly. Listen, that's the hypocrisy. Oh, W's in the chat as well for Junior sending a $2 donation said, "Tell this Uncle Phil to stop lying." Yes, he wished that he was Uncle Phil. Oh, wish Uncle Phil to stop lying. He's more like Timu. Also, W's in the chat for Zombie, who sent a $9.99 YouTube super chat to say, "Dog, you ain't found it yet. The internet is only so big, bruh." It is. All right. Derry, floor is yours. Put it on the screen. Where are we at? You're muted. I'm sending you a request to unmute.
If you're just gonna unmute me and shoot insults because you can't come with,
I was literally reading off of, and you ran. He fucking ran. He ran.
Yeah, I
because
like
he knew
Gary
he was lying.
myself.
Sure, give me a second, Rob.
He was a black dude, and people calling him a black.
He ran because he was lying. Guys,
well, I'm saying I like Gary.
Sure, I know. Hold on, Rob. This is what we have to do. Because they lie all the fucking time. They think that you're going to let them just lie and say whatever they want, and no one's going to actually hold their feet to the fire. And I am not that person. I will refuse to get distracted by the other BS that you're spewing. I need you. He couldn't even get out of the blocks because he made a decision to lie from the very beginning. And I'm not letting them do that. Chat, that's how we win. That's how we fight back. That's how we do it. Stop letting them lie. People don't actually even challenge Donald Trump on his lies. Call out their bullshit. Call it out. Because if they can't prove their bullshit, then they don't get to say it. And they do that every time. They lie, they crash, they run.
Everything I say is...
W's in the chat for me. Guys, also W's in the chat for Hype Phantom, who sent a $9.99 YouTube super chat to say, "Can someone tell me why his head looked like a kneecap?" You know what? It's because it was bald and ashy. He needs to moisturize. W's in the chat for Monique, who sent a $2 YouTube super chat to say, "Hi, I'm new to your live." Monique, welcome. Welcome, friend. Go ahead and like that stream. Make sure you give me a follow. Guys, also, W's in the chat for Joanna, who sent a $3 donation to say, "I feel like all Trumpers love I feel like all the Trumpers left are in it for the long haul. A lot turned their backs, 37 approval rate. But what's left is the far right, the worst of the worst. Yes, they are getting absolutely worse. Guys, if anyone like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links and link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. Best way to support the live. Everything is accepted, anything's appreciated. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a YouTube super chat, just like Chris, who sent 50 Nordic. Thank you so much for the 50 Nordic to say, not the dairy jump case or jump scare after being away from the PC for a few minutes. He was, yes. He looked like he needed to moisturize and drink water. I wonder if he drank water and said anything kind about himself today.
W's in the chat for Derry.
I guess.
Yeah,
Rob,
Derry was cool.
He was.
And I support Derry.
I'm sure you did,
Just
Rob.
like I support everybody, because I am not a hypocrite. And I believe in tolerance and equality for everyone.
You don't, Rob.
Yes, I do.
D-Lo, are you a Trump supporter? D-Lo, are you a Trump supporter?
No, I'm not. That was a mistake. Sorry.
Oh, okay, no worries. I'll drop it down. Guys, if you look up at the top and you see the word follow, that means you're not following me. Go ahead and hit that follow button. Hit that follow button. Send your daily heart me. Turn on your notifications because I randomly go live and you don't want to miss this. Listen, put it in the chat. If you had to give me 1 out of 10, how am I doing today? I feel like I'm rolling. But put it in the chat. 1 out of 500, I'll take it. 1 out of 10, what do you guys think? How am I doing? 1, not so good. 10, amazing. Let me know. I feel like I'm rolling. Rob, all right.
I'm rolling. Put it in the chat for me how good I'm doing. I've already taken down Johnny. So here I am. And I keep getting muted. What do you think about this, Santana?
There's a lot of zeros going in the chat for you, Rob.
Okay, what about the Executive Order 14165?
What about it?
Securing the borders, or what about the Executive Order?
No, don't give me a second one. Wait, no, don't give me a second one before you talk about the first one.
Okay, yes. So, well, we're keeping the bad stuff from getting across the border.
You know you can't say the name of those D-rugs on here, right, Rob?
I'm not going to mention.
Okay, I was just making sure that you knew.
You know I'm sober, Santana.
I know. I'm just saying, you can't say that on live. Just making sure.
Yes, I got sober 4 years ago.
What does that have to do with the executive order that you just spoke to, Rob?
Well, because I've unalived twice, and that was back 4 years ago. And now I am trying to prevent people from getting addicted, if I'm allowed to say that.
Yeah, most of the F drug comes through legal ports.
With his policies.
Most of the F drug comes through legal ports because it's legally brought into the country.
How so?
It's literally brought into the country by legal means, and it's actually used. A lot of the actual substances are abused, and just like J.D. Vance, right? J.D. Vance wrote a book called Hillbillyology, where he talked about his mom.
The movie, yes.
Where he talked about his mom actually almost unaliving from the F drug. That's because she was a nurse and she actually stole people prescriptions.
Yes. Well, I was a legitimate, straight up user that wasn't a nurse. And I unalived twice from people that got it illegally that came across the border. But that's been 4 years ago. Now I just drink. So isn't that cool? Don't you want to say like congratulations? Or you be a hypocrite?
Congratulations, Rob.
Yeah, that wasn't very heartfelt, Santana.
How are you gonna tell me? Don't tell me I didn't mean it.
Okay.
W's in the chat for Sean. W's in the chat for Sean. Hold on, Rob. Hold on, Rob. W's in the chat for Sean, who sent a $10 donation saying, Why put yourself in a league with white nationalists? They will threaten, they will treat you like just like they would Santana. Exactly. Like, I don't understand black people that voted beside the Klan, as Liv would say every single time. W's in the chat for Twilight, who sent a $2 donation. MAGA is evolutionarily stunted. They are. They're regressing. If you want to be like funky, if you want to keep it funky, if you want to keep it real, MAGA is actually regressing. Like, they're getting worse. And I do think that the people that still support Donald Trump are the worst of the worst. So there's that. Rob.
I think they're the best of the best. And
Rob,
they're getting better every day.
Rob, tell me why. Tell me why.
Okay, well,
Rob, what do you think about Donald Trump and his recent bouts with different health issues?
what kind of health issues are you referring to?
Well, the fact that he got diagnosed with a vein disease, the fact
his
that he,
hand.
well, yeah, his hands
bruise
too.
on his hand.
Yeah, he has random bruises on his hand. His ankles keep swelling. Like, literally, his health is not good. And then at the same time, he's rambling and saying like random things all the time, like his speech, right? The Trump supporters made such a big deal about Joe Biden having like flubs, but Donald Trump gets to say like the most outlandish stuff and no one corrects him on anything. How can you be good with that, Rob?
I have not seen any of Trump's speeches that he was slurring, and I have not looked at his ankles. Who is looking at his ankles?
Everyone.
I mean,
everyone.
How
His,
can
his
you
ankles,
look through somebody's
his ankles
shoes
are
and
literally
tell that their
swollen.
ankles
Like,
are
when he
swollen?
was sitting down, his pants legs were up. His ankles were literally swollen because he has a vascular disease where he does not get enough circulation going through his body.
Okay, well, maybe he needs to take a blood thinner or something.
It's a disease it's a disease that can't be reversed.
You've diagnosed him just by
No, he's
looking
been
at
diagnosed.
him
They actually
sitting
put out what
down
he had.
and his pants being too high.
No, like,
and
literally, the White House actually went on record and said that he had this. He put it out. His people. And that's why, like, everyone's making such a big deal about his ankles and his hands, and the fact that now, Rob, have you noticed that he does all of his speeches behind desks now?
Okay,
any type of press conference or speech or whatever, he's no longer sitting like in normal spaces. He's not standing up. Everything that he does now is sitting behind the desk.
No, I saw him in his speech with Putin. He was sitting down in a chair, a straight up normal chair.
No, he wasn't.
For everybody to see.
You're talking about Zelensky, not Putin.
Okay, yeah.
They were behind a podium.
He was sitting in a chair and not behind a
Wait,
desk.
Sunrise, you said he's golfing today. Listen, technically, yes. Technically, he is golfing today. Technically. I would love to see him out golfing. I still don't necessarily believe that. W's in the chat for Jazz, who sent a $10 YouTube super chat to say, if you think docs who recommended vaccines are ignorant and or evil, then be consistent. If you're in a bad car accident and have a heart attack, then refuse to be treated by the doctors in the ER. You're absolutely right. I think that was earlier for the other guy. W's in the chat for Jazz. Guys, if anyone would like to support the live, please, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. All the pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. Santana speaks for you. Everything is accepted. Anything's appreciated. If you're over on the YouTube, go ahead and hit that follow button and you can send a YouTube super chat. Guys, please, 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 only request up if you are a Trump supporter. We are only looking for some debates. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. RD Qwin? RD, what? I'm sorry. How do you say your username? RD?
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to request up, but
Okay.
I love you.
Oh, I love you more. Thank you, friend. Drop
You
down.
can hang around for me if you want.
No, Rob. No.
I think she requested up for me.
I know she didn't, Rob.
Okay, well, anyway, let's get back to his executive orders.
Sure. Hold on one second, Rob. Junior, are you a Trump supporter?
Hey, but I didn't mean to come up.
Okay, I'm going to drop you down. Thank you. I appreciate you tapping. Guys, only request up if you're a Trump supporter. Only request. I see people in the chat. And take a look at the box down at the bottom. If you see like a purple and gray little figure, you're good. But if you see it and it's gray, that means you're in the request. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter. I see some people that's in the box that would be friendlies. So please, please, please check the box. Make sure you are not a friendly. If you're a Trump supporter, get in the box. I need to know, why are you all such massive hypocrites? Like, I need to understand, why is it that you care about your rights but not other people's rights? Meaning you think you should have access to your 2A, your pew-pews, but you don't care about women having access to bodily autonomy when it comes to ABs. You guys care about, mass deportation. Sorry. You care about your being able to say, oh, I don't want to wear a mask and I don't want to get vaccinated during C-19. But literally, you want to control women's bodies and say they can't have ABs. You say you want to protect kids, keep quote unquote men out of women's spaces. But for some reason, you actually elected a PDF file who surrounds himself with PDF files. You say that you call us snowflakes, but literally you crash out all the time. And you lost it when Hillary Clinton said you were deplorables. You lost it when Joe Biden said that you guys were trash. You lose it all the time. And then also, you're good with weak leaders, right? You had such smoke for Joe Biden, called him Sleepy Joe, all this other stuff. Auto pin, he's not awake, all this other stuff. And yet Donald Trump literally is losing it, and you have nothing to say about it. Now, you can either come up and try to defend those points, or
you could come up and defend Rob about me,
or you can just admit that I'm better than you. I'll take that one too. If you're willing to just admit that I'm better than you, then get in the box and we can go from there. W's in the chat for Chris. What up, Chris? Who sent $1 donation saying Rob is the definition of being brainwashed by MAGA and there's no turning back. Rob is the definition of something. And then send another $1 donation saying the same thing. Chris, thank you so much for that $1 donation. I really appreciate you, Chris. W's in the chat for Chris. Guys, again, only request up if you are a Trump supporter. Only request up. If you're a Trump supporter, Rob needs more help. If anyone can help, that share cat. I'm sorry. That share Allen. I'm messing all up. Allen. I'm just gonna call you Allen. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, Allen, are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah, Trump has aura. He has aura.
Hey, if you are someone that just like has no sauce, you can just say that.
No, he has aura.
Yeah. Again, if you have no sauce, no swag, no drip, no quote unquote aura of your own, you can just say that. It's weird that you're admiring this almost 80-year-old man saying that he has quote unquote aura when he can barely walk. He definitely can't talk. Droopy face. All this, yeah, it's weird. He doesn't have quote unquote aura.
Bro, you see him golfing, he can golf.
Obama has aura. Listen. You want to talk about aura?
You see Trump golf.
Obama got that dog in him. If you want to talk about aura,
Trump can golf, super good.
Sure. Answer the original question though. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah, he has aura.
Okay, so you're a Trump supporter.
Yeah, he has aura.
I know you keep saying that, and listen, you fangirling over him doesn't make it sound any less weird. So, question for you: how is it, or not? How is it? Sorry. Why is MAGA such hypocrites?
Could you go more in depth on your question?
Sure. You guys say that it's all about rights, right? But it's not about all rights, because you want to have your right to do things like have access to 2A because it's constitutionally protected, but you don't respect the actual constitutional rights of undocumented immigrants. And so you feel like they should just be able to be deported without any type of proof or trials. You guys say whose bodies matters, right? You don't want to be controlled as far as wearing masks and getting vaccinations, but for some reason you want to control women's with 2A. You said you want to protect kids and you want to quote unquote keep men out of women's spaces, while at the same time voting for a PDF file and someone who protects PDF files. You guys say that we're snowflakes, but you crash out every chance that you can. Get upset when Hillary Clinton says you're deplorable, when Joe Biden says you're trash, and you lose your minds. And then also you're good with weak leaders, but yet you actually take shots at quote unquote Sleepy Joe, but don't have that same energy for Trump. You guys are hypocrites because of all of these things.
Yeah, I don't really care. Like if trans women are in women's sports, I don't really care. Like I'm not going to NCAA volleyball events, so I don't really think that's a big issue.
I mean, I think, yeah, if you're here in the country illegally, you should get due process if you're getting deported. So, yeah.
Okay.
So that doesn't make me a hypocrite.
Yeah,
if
there's a lot of other stuff that I just mentioned, right? You said, okay, cool. Do you think that white women should have the ability to have ABs?
Yeah.
Okay, so you agree that women should have access to ABs, and you vehemently disagree with what Donald Trump is doing in this Trump administration with actually appointing Supreme Court justices that actually specifically were appointed to overturn Roe, and then 2 other states literally trying to institute AB bans.
Yeah, that's what's happened. That's what happened.
No, so no. I didn't say that's what happened. I'm saying you disagree with all of those things, and you're calling for all of those things to be reversed, right?
I think abortion should be left up to the states.
That's hypocritical. Like, that's not giving women rights to bodily autonomy. And leaving it up to the states. No. Why do you think the state should decide instead of the federal government?
Because I think that the people in the state should vote if they think women should have a right to abortion.
Okay, so you think that if the people sending it to a state level gives it more actual representation of the individual area versus like a federal type deal? Are you saying that like not everyone in the United States is the same? And so
yeah, the 10th Amendment. The 10th Amendment says like all rights not get delegated to the federal government or delegated to the states. And I don't really. Does it say abortion in the Constitution? So
it doesn't. But I'm trying to understand your premise. So you're saying that there's more individual representation on the state level versus being on the federal level?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So if you want more individual representation on the state level versus what it is on the federal level, why not take it a step further? Why not say, instead of actually having it individual on the state level, let like the local level, like the cities vote, right? And hell, why not even taking it a step further and say, instead of, it being the cities that vote, right? Like make it even more individual and let the individual people decide.
Yeah, that would be really good.
Yes,
that
it would, Rob.
The private sector.
Sure, I need Alan to answer that. Alan, if you wanted to make it more, if you wanted to make it more individual, if you wanted to make it more individualistic, and you want those individuals to actually be able to make the decision, why not just let the individuals make decisions instead of putting it on the state?
I mean, I don't really care if you get an abortion. I'd just rather it be at the state level.
But that's hypocritical.
I'd just rather it be at the state.
Do you think the state should be able to decide whether people are mandated to get vaccinations?
No, I don't know.
Then you're hypocritical. If you don't think that would mean that you would think that the states would have to be in charge of all those decisions versus the actual federal government being in charge. Blown to, guess what? Hey, you can fuck off. I still remember you, and you don't get access to my platform. So yeah, get gone. Anyway, go ahead.
I mean, yeah,
is that not hypocritical?
Abortion. I don't think it's hypocritical because it's different circumstances.
It's literally hypocritical because you're talking about access to controlling people's bodies, right? You're good with controlling bodies in one sense, but you're not good in controlling bodies in the other sense.
But what about the unaliving babies?
They're not quote unquote unaliving.
Labor,
they're not quote unquote unaliving babies.
Baby to unalive in the
they're not unaliving babies, Rob. A fucking clump of cells is not a baby. W's in the chat for Sonny.
I'm talking about late term abortion.
It's not a thing. That's just birth, Rob.
There is a thing.
It's not a thing. It's just birth, Rob. W's in the
I
chat.
agree.
W's in the chat for Sonny, who sent a $5
on the line.
Thank you for the Galaxy. W's in the chat for Sonny, who sent a $5 donation saying, if Trump wants to run in 2028, I'm okay with that. If he can go up against Obama, MAGA would lose it. Yeah, they would lose their mind when it comes to that. And FYI, I wouldn't want to see either one of them run. W's in the chat for Kemp, who sent a $5 donation saying, please discuss how T is ranked worse, the ranked worst PLOTUS by over 100 political historians. Yes, Donald Trump is ranked the worst president in U.S. history because he is the worst president in U.S. history. And which that's, you know, we used to have slave owners as presidents. So there's that. W's in the chat for the donators. Guys, if you'd like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks For You. Santana Speaks For You is the best way to support the live. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. If you're over on YouTube, you can send that YouTube super chat, and I will read your message out. Guys, go ahead and hit that follow button. If you look up at the top, you see the word follow. Hit that follow button. This is the main account. Make sure you actually follow this account. Alan, answer the question. You're good with holding people bodies in certain instances, but in other instances you are not. Howdy, partner. Why?
I think you changed my mind. I think actually you're right.
Exactly.
I was thinking about it. I think you're right.
You wanted to weasel out of it because you're trying to prove that you're not a hypocrite, but you trying to prove you're not a hypocrite, so you decided to change your mind and
I don't think I'm a hypocrite.
I know you don't, but now you're trying to switch to make sure you can actually align, even though I just caught you in a hypocritical situation. But with that being said, okay, cool. Let's move on to the next one, right? Because
yeah, but what about when the baby survives the AB?
That's called giving birth.
And then they just toss it in the dumpster. Do you agree with that, Santana?
That's just called giving birth. W's in the chat for Natalie, who sent a $20 donation saying, Rob is cracking me up. He was on Johnny's panel earlier saying that he's the smartest person in any room. Chances of that is 0. Thank you for all that you do. Natalie, thank you so much for that 20. I really, really appreciate you. Yeah, Rob had to go. W's in the chat for Antonio, who sent a $1 donation saying, I have farts that are smarter than Alan and Rob. I believe that. I absolutely, absolutely believe that. W's in the chat, guys. Again, if you'd like to support the live, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks For You, best way to support the live. Anything is accepted, anything is appreciated. If you're a Trump supporter, get in the box. And Alan ran. I understand why Alan ran. I would run too. I would literally run too. I wouldn't want to debate me. Guys, I'm not even going to hold you. Seriously, not going to hold you. I would not want to debate me either. Presley, are you a Trump supporter? Presley, are you a Trump supporter? Presley, you're okay. You're not. Cool. All right. Proud Mama 5, are you a Trump supporter? Oh, there you are. Proud Mama 5, are you a Trump supporter?
I'm so sorry. I was just tapping. Sorry.
Oh, okay, no worries. I'll drop you down. I appreciate you. Let's see here.
Hey, Santana, it's Nico Patterson, the Trump actor. I just wanted to get you aware of something. Did you know about the ICE agents detaining the firefighters and taking away 2 people and made them stop fighting the fire? I forget where it is. One of the biggest fires in America.
It was in LA, and Mexico sent firefighters over to help support, and ICE detained them. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And they also detained
or not LA, but California.
Yeah, the Native Americans as well.
Yep.
Okay.
They're maintaining detaining a Native American and basically saying, oh, he needs to prove that he's American, which is fucking wild. They have an indigenous person saying that this indigenous person needs to prove that he's American.
They would rather this fucking country burn to the goddamn ground through this bullshit. So I'm sorry I came up. I know, we talked before and kudos to you, man, and it's good to see. I just wanted to bring that out because I haven't really heard that many people talk about it.
Yep. No, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming up.
Anytime, man. Nice talking to you.
Yep. You guys said that it happened in Washington State as well. Is this something that just happened? I might need to look that up. Did it just happen in Washington State as well? I got to look that up. Yes. Holy smokes. Okay, I'll look that up. Lubes 48. Are you a Trump supporter?
Want it to be all about them, so they're trying to steal the show right now. But Jack,
Lubes?
A little over 5-week-old mini cult.
Okay, I don't think you realized that you're there. All right. Listen. Yeah. Guys, I think I won. Chat, I think I officially won. I think I beat all the Trump supporters. What do you guys think? I think I beat all the Trump supporters. W's in the chat for me. W's in the chat for me. They don't want to go one-on-one with the great one. They do not want to go one-on-one with the great one. You know what? Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
They don't want to go one-on-one with you, bro.
Listen, they do not want to go one-on-one with the great one. I've been smoking them. Smoking them.
I can imagine.
Bro, listen, this guy came up here, told me that he was like, he said the Democratic senators and governors were saying that everybody needed to be rounded up and put in camps because they wouldn't take a vaccination. I was like, who said that? Yeah, he said all of them. I said, who? He said all of them were saying that. I said, be specific. He said all of them. I said, if all of them are saying
Name
that,
one.
you can give exactly one. He said, Chuck Schumer. I said, cool. Where can I find this? He said, it's everywhere. Where can I find it? It's everywhere. You look it up. I said, cool. Tell me exactly where I can find it. It's everywhere. Cool. Where? He said, Newsmax. I said, I didn't even listen. Listen, you know how it is. Sometimes you got to give them a win. I was like, okay, cool. Tell me the name of the article of Newsmax. You should be able to look it up. Yeah, I'm going to look it up. Tell me the name, but you should be able to find it. Sure. Where is it? Long story short, I put him on the big screen, I gave him the big screen to put it on the big screen. He, one, never actually gave that article. Two, just ran. Like, what are we even doing?
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know why they try you like that, man.
I don't know. Like I told the chat, like the thing we have to do is start like addressing the actual lies. Don't let them tell like 50 lies.
Oh, yeah.
Pin them down on one thing and make them actually prove anything that they're saying, because they can't.
Oh, they love to pivot. I mean, because all they know is whataboutism. And if you let them go, they'll just try to go keep spinning, and that's all they know how to do. You know,
that's all they got.
Crazy, man.
That's all they
got.
got.
Emotional damage, bro.
I think I watched them all though. You know, they won't get in the box.
Man, you know how it is, man. I've been having that for the last few times I've been on live, bro. They just they don't really want to come up anymore. They
don't have anything though. Like, but think about it. I mean, it's hard to defend the indefensible. That's and true. Like once people have outed you for being emotional, like and now they can't even crash out anymore, because now they know that we're calling them crash outs. So they can't even just do that.
I know. Well, because they're so used to like saying something crazy, and like us or not us, but like some on our side of the aisle going like, that's offensive. And you know, now we just you know, we just point and laugh.
Yeah. Listen, that's why I got this talk about them protecting kids and all this other stuff. And so emotional. Yeah. And then there was like, I said, you guys get so emotional when like you lost your shit when Joe Biden said that you were trash, or when Hillary Clinton said you're deplorables, but you want to call us snowflakes. Like you literally get hurt by words. And
that's
he was
what
like,
I said.
And he was like, oh, you guys don't like it when we use pronouns. I said, everyone use pronouns. What else?
Yeah.
What else do you got?
100%. But I'm not gonna lie. I've been living for Gavin's trolling, man.
Oh, it's been so good. Like, bro, when I tell you, his team deserves an award. Like, holy smokes.
Did you see the airplane one?
No, what airplane one?
Oh, I gotta find this. Hold up.
I saw the press conference.
No, Gavin basically goes, as the greatest governor in America, I am demanding a plane from Canada.
There's no way.
He says, if the prime minister does not give me a plane, I am imposing 100% tariffs on Canadian goods. And then all the MAGAs are like, oh, this is extortion. You can't do that. No way. You can't do that to Canada.
Oh my God, bro. They don't get it. They don't get it. They don't see it. They don't understand. No.
They don't get it. Oh, it's so hilarious. And so then the other one today, I saw this, I was coming out of this event, and it said, Kid Rock sucked. His music sucked. That's why I'm exploring ending his residency in California. As the greatest governor in America, we will expel Kid Rock. And everybody's like, and all of them are freaking out, you can't remove someone's residency, because they're trying to say it. Because remember what he did with Rosie O'Donnell? He said she was going to strip her citizenship. So everybody, all the MAGAs are freaking out, like, oh, you can't kick someone out of the state. You can't do that. That's illegal. They just don't get it, Santana. They don't get it.
They don't. Hey, we got. I think we got one in the box. You got time for one?
Let's get it, bro. Let's get it.
Let's see. Let's see. Let's see if we got time for one. It's spinning. Oh, he might have ran before we got him in. It's spinning. I don't think he's there anymore.
You see.
Yeah, I don't think
that's
he's there.
sad.
Or maybe like he saw if he hit the request button and then he noticed you were up here and was like, oh, can't do that. It's already dangerous enough, but not while both of them are here.
We can't have two of them. You know, two of them, they can't do that.
Oh man,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
it's wild how these guys are.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's interesting in the sense that, like, in order to, I've been saying this lately, right? And this is why I have like the background and said they're all hypocrites, right? Because the only way that they can actually justify like the insane things that they say is if they're willing to actually hold on to those like fringe viewpoints through the furthest extremes. And if you're unwilling to actually accept the furthest extremes of that like viewpoint, you can't defend it, and because you know it's indefensible and it's fucked up.
Right.
Like if you're not willing to stand on it through the entire process, then like what are we even doing?
That's right.
So
that's right. Doesn't make any sense. It's like Mason doesn't want to get up in the box.
Is someone named Mason down in the chat? Listen, this is the thing about my live, and if I see it, they're getting muted because like if you can't get in the box and say it with your chest, then no one cares what you have to say from the chat. Let me find Mason because I literally yeah, you're getting muted. I'm gonna mute you, Mason, but I'm also gonna send you an invite because listen, I'm fair. I'm fair. Get in the box, but you don't get to yip yap from my chat. I don't play those games. They never come up.
I don't know, bro. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I do. I would say one of my catchphrases, but I know that you are running for something super important, so I'm not gonna say the stuff that I would normally say while you're up here. Kenneth, no. Just no. Actually, no. Kenneth, you don't get access to my platform because you're disingenuous. Kenneth wants to come. Kenneth he's like, I'm the founding member of Blagger. Like the whole thing is the more I spoke to him, the more I realized one, he's actually really intelligent. Two, he actually knows these things are not only wrong but really fucked up. And three, he doesn't have conviction. He doesn't actually believe the things. So like, I'm not going to talk to someone that's disingenuous.
I like to troll those people though. I will say.
You want to talk to Kenneth?
Let's talk to him. Let's talk to him.
All right, Kenneth, go ahead and request up. I'm telling you, he's kind of insufferable. He's kind of insufferable. Kenneth, go ahead and request up. I don't even see you anymore.
Then there's a Rick guy. He says
he might have left.
We're hypocrite. Rick says we're.
I just sent Kenneth an invite. He might have left when I said no, because usually he says that, and then He'll come in and I tell him no and he'll leave. So he might be gone.
Oh, this is crazy.
Yeah, I think he left.
No more Republicans, man.
I've watched them all. They're all washed.
He said,
Who is
give him
this?
2 minutes.
Oh, this person's gone. They're all washed, bro. Like literally, they're all washed. He said, give him 2 minutes. 2 minutes for what?
He's got to go prep, bro.
What? Okay, so let me give you a little bit of feedback on Kenneth. Kenneth is a black man that supports Donald Trump, but didn't actually vote for Donald Trump. And not only that, his wife, a black woman or partner, or whoever it was, adamantly supported Kamala Harris and was pissed that he supports Donald Trump and wouldn't vote for him. And so she kicked him out of the bed and made him go sleep in the basement, right? And so he was down in the basement, and like his wife was mad at him. It's a whole thing. But yet he's like, I'm one of the founding members of Blagger. Like he literally repeats that all the time. Fred, are you a Trump supporter?
Am I on here?
You said what, Fred?
Am I on here?
Yes, Fred, are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah.
You sound sad about it.
I'm just laying down right now. I don't got nothing to be sad about.
You're not sad about your Cheeto in chief?
Who?
Your Cheeto in chief, your Mango Mussolini, your Mandarin Messiah.
He's talking about the Don.
Yeah, Donald Jimothy Trump.
That's funny. I ain't never heard nobody call him that before.
Oh yeah, that's his name. Okay, so you support Donald Trump?
I was chewing yes to the person to comment, but yeah, I do.
Why?
Yeah, well, it's just like I don't know. I was talking to somebody else about it, and he was being real rude. So I mean, like, he ain't giving me no points. I don't know why I shouldn't support that man. To be real.
Can I ask you a question?
Go
Can I
ahead.
ask you a question, Fred?
What?
What's Trump done for you personally? What's he done for you?
Well, back about nearly a decade ago, he gave me a $2,000 stimulus check, which helped me get past like because I'm in Houston right now, and
I'm
it
in
helped me.
Houston.
Excuse me.
I'm in Houston.
Well, didn't I help you neither? Like when it gave out that stimulus check.
Matter of fact, I'm running to be the next congressman
Yep.
for the district.
Oh, you
What
know
district
what?
are you in, Fred?
What district? Well, I know I'm in Harris County. I don't vote on that type of stuff.
What part of Harris County?
Well, Northeast.
Yeah, that's my district.
I'm in Humble right now.
That's my district.
Well,
This is the person that you need to be talking to, Fred. Like literally, if you're looking for any type of real change, I know you said you don't really do that type of stuff, but literally, if you're looking for any type of benefit on a personal level, like this is the actual person that can make that change for you, Fred. Like literally.
You seen my stuff yet? I'm Isaiah Martin. I'm ready to be your congressman.
You know what? I think I have seen you once or twice, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to vote for you. I don't
Okay,
know
then
about
listen,
that
Fred, you
stuff.
got him on the line. Run him through the paces. See if this is the person that you want to vote for.
Well, I mean, you know, in Humble, we got a lot of traffic issues. The roads aren't as developed as they should be. Like my family's in Indiana, and when we get a pothole or the road gets a little bit cracked, to get a new road about a month after. But at Humble, it takes a hot second to fix those, and then housing prices are getting too high. We're getting a lot of pollutants.
You know, I'm glad you said that actually.
And
you know why?
Why?
Problem is that for 30 years, the people that determine the companies whether or not they can pollute or not are the state of Texas. State of Texas, the last 30 years has been Republicans. And what they've done is they've taken money from those big companies and they've allowed them to basically pollute with reckless abandon and do whatever they want. Case in point, right down the road in Fifth Ward, they got these things called cancer clusters where people are literally dying, whole streets of people. You got 15 people living on a street, 7 people might die of cancer, right? So pollution is the big thing. Now, the way that we solve that is by getting the federal government to step in and say, look, this is impossible. Now that's impossible because Trump said, we don't care what the states do. Let them pollute. And I don't think that's the right approach. As a matter of fact, Trump went and defunded, listen to this, the air monitors that we use inside of the neighborhood in Humble to go and figure out how bad the pollution is. So we don't even know how bad the things are right now because he defunded that apparatus and he's not allowing us to go forward and check that stuff. So it is the Republicans that, one, allowed the polluters to be there. And then number two, now that we're trying to do something about it to clean it up, they're getting rid of the monitors that we need to go get evidence to go after them. That's crazy.
Well, you speak real good, Mr. Martin. I have to see what you all about because I may, because it gets real boring. You know, I'm retired and whatnot. I retired early, and I don't got really that much to do, so guess I'll check that out. But I was just on here because I saw this is what you're good at this type of stuff. It said MAGA, you're all hypocrites, and big and bold, and that got a chuckle out of me when I first saw it because I'm not no hypocrite now. But I know who I voted for. I'm not real bad about that. I'm not real
listen,
bad about
Fred,
that.
I'm not even gonna hold you. Like I get that you're quote unquote MAGA and all this other stuff, but I genuinely say I don't even want to talk to you anymore about Donald Trump. Like, Fred, I'm
We've ever had in the district because not only are we going to have to deal with the new cases that come up, we've got almost a year's worth of cases that haven't really been able to get handled because we haven't had a member of Congress.
I just want to read some off the comments. I ain't gonna talk to Ted Cruz. I don't like Ted Cruz. I was gonna vote for all red, but I watched the debate. He did real bad in that. He seemed like a plant, so I just ain't voting. But I ain't gonna talk to no Cruz.
yeah, I mean that's fine. But you know what? You know what though, Fred? Like even if you wanted to talk to Ted Cruz, you couldn't. You know why? Because Ted Cruz, one, he's not a people's person, right? I mean, let's be honest. People don't like him. I mean, he's a bit of a ghoul, but even more so, too, he's not out doing the work, talking to the people. You have Isaiah Martin right here, who's running for Congress again in your district. You have him on the line. You're getting one-on-one time with him. So, I mean, even if you could somehow corner Ted Cruz when he's not in Mexico, right, or shilling out in DC, like he still wouldn't even care to talk to you. But Isaiah literally is asking you direct questions because he wants to get to know what he can do to actually help you. Like, that's, again, I'm sorry, Fred, lock in for me, bud.
I mean, I don't know what else to say. I guess it's an honor.
I have a quick question. Serious question. Serious question for you. What does Isaiah need to do to win your vote?
I mean, I ain't hear about him since now, really.
Yeah, but that's fine. What do you actually, as someone who votes, right? In order to give your vote, your support to any candidate, what are your requirements? Like, you got this man right here in front of you. You can say, hey, if you want my vote, if you want vote from people like me, you need to do A, B, and C. Lay it out.
I mean, like I said, I don't really got that many stipends when it comes to my voting resume. I just vote for the red guy.
Yeah, but the red guy isn't doing it right for you, Fred. They don't care about you, and that's literally, you listed all those things that you have problem with, and the red guys have had control of Texas for so long. You don't think it's time to try something new? You don't even have to be a Democrat, Fred. Now, Fred, no one's going to call you a liberal or anything like that. But if you have an opportunity to actually, one, talk to someone who directly would be representing you, and two, drive your own interest by letting him know specifically, like, hey, this is what I need, this is what I want. Why wouldn't you take advantage of that? I don't know, Fred. That's a little weird to me. I don't care how I vote. If I had the opportunity to actually somehow influence politicians and influence policies, like, I would do it.
Well, like I said, it's an honor. This being, I ain't never talked to nobody in politics before.
Exactly, and you got one right here, right now. This young man, Fred, listen, this young man right here is about his business, and he's about his people. And Fred, you're his people. Like, don't let that slip by.
You know what, Mr. Martin, I'm gonna follow you. I'm gonna check you out. I'm gonna see what that's all about, because I like I said, I ain't talk to no politicians. That's not what I do. But I mean, it's I guess it's an opportunity. I just want to see my city good, and I want to see Humble fixed, because I mean, we're not doing that well over here.
I agree with you. And what I'll say to that is, I know you say you normally vote for the red guy, but we've been voting for red guys in Texas for so long, and what have they done? Your property taxes keep on going up. I mean, schools are not getting good. You got roads that are subpar. But if you go right down River Oaks, you don't see that. You don't see that. I mean, because look, we can bring federal money all we want. If the state doesn't let us go fix it in Humble, that's a problem, So, like I said, I'm here to work, to get things done, bro. And I think that's really what we need right now, to help your son, because, doing the same old things is not going to work.
Yeah.
Well, Fred, you said, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, I ain't want to interrupt you, Mr. What's your name? Santana.
No. Listen, I'm the least important person in this conversation right now. This is about you and Isaiah. You have the floor.
Come on, man. You got nearly 1,000 folks watching you speak.
When I tell you, when I say that, I mean that. Like, seriously, again, this is not a normal thing. Like, I can understand the gravity of this right now. Like, it's not a normal thing. So I'm the least important person on this live right now. I mean it when I say it's about you and Isaiah.
Well, I mean, Isaiah, well, I'm calling you Mr. Mar. I don't want to disrespect you.
I'm Isaiah, bro. I'm Isaiah.
Okay. Well, you seem like a genuine guy. I'm going to see, like I said, what you're about. I already followed you.
Good.
I mean, but I ain't know about you till today. So like, if you did more about that, then I feel
Okay.
like more people can understand what you're about. Because I don't usually go out and check, but I'm gonna do it just this one time.
I appreciate you, bro.
All right. Well,
Well, I
Fred,
don't got yeah.
I was gonna say, listen, I appreciate you coming up. I appreciate you giving Isaiah a follow, and I'm not telling you who to vote for, Fred. I'm just I've never once told anyone who to vote for when it comes to anything, but I will say this, and I say this all the time. I don't care if there's a D beside the person's name. I don't care if there's an R, there's an I. The actual politicians, they're public servants. They're supposed to be doing what's best for the American public. And if they're not doing what's in the best interest of the people, then we need them gone. I don't care what quote unquote team they're on, what color they wear. If they're not doing what's best for me and you, Fred, then they don't deserve to have a job. And I know for a fact, this guy right here, he's going to do what's best for you, Fred. And that's just my opinion. I'm not telling you to vote for him, but what I will tell you is you followed him. Now find out for yourself. Go check him out. He has a shit ton of stuff out there, Fred. Just check him out.
Yeah, I'll check that out. But well, I hope y'all have a nice little day. Excuse me. I hope y'all have a nice little day. I'm gonna get myself out of here, but
all right, Fred.
Good luck.
I appreciate you. Hey, stay hydrated.
Appreciate you, Fred. I know that's right.
I'm gonna try, man. You too.
All right, that's a good one. Bro, how often does that happen? That's wild.
That's crazy, man. What are the odds?
Right, like that was Kismet. Right,
Yeah.
like that's the only thing I can think of, because why would he just randomly show up on my live and then you're here? Like he was scrolling through, and like it's not like he followed you and knew who you were. He didn't even follow me.
Right.
So
that's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
it's crazy how things go.
Yeah. Listen, I think I'm not gonna hold you. I think that's how we end it, because like these people in the box, I don't want to. Especially this clown done in the chat, like fuck him. I refuse to actually end on anything but such a high note. Like I like that. So
all right, bro. Well, I'll talk to you,
bro.
man. It's good
All
to
right.
see you.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, bro. All
Yeah.
Bye.
Guys, W's in the chat for Hype Phantom, who sent a $9.99 YouTube super chat. Say this is the perfect time for you to have a conversation with somebody that can actually make an impact on your life. You should take the opportunity while you have. Exactly. Like, how often does that actually happen? Like that was crazy. Like, that's not a normal thing. So I don't know. I understood the gravity of that, and I meant it when I said I was the least important person in that conversation, because that's not something that normally happens. You don't normally get direct one-on-one access with any politicians that could potentially impact your life, right? W's in the chat for Stasha, I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm sorry. Who sent a $10 donation, said, the way you handle Rob always has me rolling. Love you so much, Santana. Listen, I love you so much more. Thank you so much for the $10. Listen, you have to make sure Rob keeps it in the guardrails. He's cool to a certain point. Got to keep it in the guardrails. W's in the chat for Jesse. Jesse sent a $5 donation saying, "What's up, Santana and Isaiah? What's up, cousin Jesse? Did you hear that after Texas passed gerrymandering maps, they inevitably created nearly 10 Republican districts that are up for grab? Oh, Kenneth is playing the character that he can't turn off." Shaking my head. Yes, one, Kenneth absolutely is playing a character that he can't turn off, and I refuse. But two, yeah, I heard that as well. Like, literally in their bid to gain those additional 5 seats, they created blind spots for about 10 Republicans where they could possibly lose their seats. It's going to be really interesting. It's going to be really, really interesting. But W's in the chat for cousin Jesse. I really appreciate that. Guys, listen. I think that we have come to the end of this live. It's been good. I've enjoyed it. I hope you all have enjoyed it as well. Guys, listen, I am going to hop off here for now, but I'm going to be co-hosting a little bit later with my little brother. Parker, get a job. So in the meantime, in between time, I'm going to go get me some vittles. Does anyone know what vittles are? Do we know what vittles are? Who knows what vittles are? This is you showing your age. Exact. Venus, you're showing your age. Spirit, you're showing your age. If you know, listen, everyone is answering. Everyone is answering. You guys are showing your age. Thank you for the crown. Yep. I'm gonna go get me some vittles. Guys, yeah, no, I'm gonna be on later with Parker. So I'll catch you guys later. Make sure you hit the follow button. Hit that follow button, turn on notifications so you know when I go live. And I will see you all exactly. Must be regional because you're 40. DJ, did you ever watch Beverly Hillbillies? That's where I got it from. Beverly Hillbillies. Jeffro used to love talking about vittles. Exactly. Look, see, learned it from Beverly Hillbillies. See, that's what it is. Chris said you're only 28. See, that's what I'm saying. You don't know. You don't know. Anyway, guys, listen, I'm going to get out of here. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me, especially on this random day. Quick outro. Yes. Let's do it.
You stepped in the box. Now you're in the ring. Ain't no hugs here. You better take your best swing. Mike Hot, who wanna step in the flame? This ain't a debate, this a mind game. Facts type lies, get left in chain. One wrong word, you slapped out your name.
Guys, it was a heck of a day. Not even gonna hold you. It was a heck of a day. It was fun, but I think the thing that I absolutely proved is that MAGA, you're absolute hypocrites. You are. You know for a fact you can't defend any of the things. You guys are subpar at best, which sucks, right? It must be horrible to be that mediocre. Or do you even realize you're that mediocre? Self-awareness is something that most people don't have. With that being said, guys, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I will be on with Parker later, so I will see you all later. Listen, guys, thank you for all the taps, the gifts, the likes, the shares. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for being amazing. I love you all so very much. And as